You got here so fast. Okay. Let me see. Now, the problem is gonna be is I am pretty confident that the mods will just organically pick up where we are, regardless of like I have faith that the mod is just gonna magically pick up where we are in the game. And I'm not gonna have to do anything from scratch. But we'll see. I'm doing a small medical thing real quick and then we'll go, but I just had to sprint here because we made my fiance and I made these homemade Chipotle bowls and they were actually so good. But I smelled like steak and onion. And I have a thing that I'm sure other people have where it's hard to relax in a non-food environment when you smell like food. So I've been like the fastest shower that you've probably ever seen in your life. All right. This was my new one I made to see if mods would work. And they did work on this one. So I'm going to hope that they organically work on this one. Okay, so we were on day 6, Sunday the 27th. And I don't think we started. I think we literally loaded in and then saved and left. Yeah, let's restart from day 6. Might have to turn the Sunday, September 7th, 25. I think one thing I saw in the mod, like in the mod setup, was that yeah, Fury sedative on the market, not safe. And then the decapitation of that one guy. Okay, real quick before she says anything, I saw the advice that the SFX needs to be turned all the way up. Background music and ambience pretty low. Text speed, default, and depending on if the mods work, I will put it on auto, so then it'll just like organically all the conversations will go and I won't have to sit here and click. But let's see. Are we supposed to interact or? Well, we have another shitty story, but maybe reload it. Okay, I'll reload it, but I won't touch it. Because there is a chance, and I do have a fear that maybe by adding the mods into a file that where I've already played a little bit of the game, that there might be an issue. Wait. So I know they did not do a voice. They were conscious enough to keep it ambiguous and universal with not giving the barista, like you as the main character voice, but they still make the people refer to you as Andrew, which makes me laugh. But let's see. You want to order anything else?
I'm good for now.
Slay. All right, I'm glad that works. So now we will have. Now my throat's not gonna fucking hurt with having to read everything. All right.
I'll order again once I finish reading this.
And apparently the fan-made voice acting is pretty good. We can see what if some of our characters sound like how I think they do in my head. All right. Okay then. I'll leave you with whatever that is.
Oh man.
Oh.
Oh, Aqua. Fancy seeing you again so soon.
We'll see what your favorite character sounds like. I was gonna say, I was also expecting the voice actress to be a little bit more aggressive, but maybe that also might have to do with us hating her guts.
Hi, Freya.
This is so cute.
Hi, Andrew.
Hi. I want to know. I know that guy, Andrew, whoever he is, that set up the mod project. He was like, I can't wait to have all of these wonderful, cute little voices saying my name. Good evening, Miss Aqua.
How are you two doing?
They're pretty soft, you said?
Same old.
Let's try this. Let me know if this helps. I'm good. How about you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Is that better? A little bit?
Oops. I asked that already. I'm sorry.
Don't worry about her, sweetheart.
Is Myrtle here?
Which one was Myrtle? Myrtle was the orc game developer?
So far, it's only me and Andrew. We have you with us now, of course. Are you meeting her here tonight? Oh, it's not that. I was just wondering whether she's coming here again tonight.
Aqua's voice actress sounds like there's a gun on her.
You have her email, right? Yeah. Why don't you just tell her to come and meet you here now?
I want to know, how fast is it if we put it on auto?
That always works for me whenever I want to talk to someone. That wouldn't be nice. It's not that important anyway.
This pace is good. I think I'll leave it on
I
auto.
just wanted to follow up on the questions her team sent today. Follow up directly, I mean. Anyway, I should order something.
Take your time, Miss Aqua.
It's alright. I'll order now. I'll have a cup of tea with lemon and cinnamon, please.
Tea, lemon, cinnamon. Tea. Oh, what's this one? Mint, lemon, and cinnamon. Slay. Oh, Russian tea. Here we go. go.
It looks so pretty. If I'm not mistaken, it's called Russian tea, right?
Mm-hmm.
I heard about it once. I'm pretty sure the only part that's Russian is the name. It was originally from a community cookbook or something.
Right.
Whoa, that's a highly specific fun fact to know. I guess I spent too much time browsing the internet.
Freya, shut up.
When did you arrive, Freya?
Wait, pause.
I've been here since you left last night.
Bulb, bulb, bulb. Okay, pause. I think we need to read what her most recent shitty published story is. Alright, so the one that we read previously, trigger warning. Yeah, the outer space alien one. Now we're gonna do Cyberpunk Love Hotel. Freya. Room service, get this order to room 512. The order came around 10:30 p.m. I was doing nothing, or in other words, I was waiting for an order to come. I was tasked to take a bottle of wine and a couple packs of condoms. Yes, sometimes guests really do ask for things like this. Talk about being unprepared. The person in charge that night gave me the requested items and let me out of the room to deliver them. From there, I went to the lobby and waited for the elevator to arrive. While I was waiting, a guest came in behind me and pressed a button to call the elevator. He looked at me in awe. I looked back at him, showing him the smile hotel management taught me. He smiled back. When we got into the elevator, he pushed the button for the 3rd floor. Silence filled the tiny room. As we ascended, the guest pulled his phone from his pocket and started recording me. This again, I thought. I didn't do anything about it. To be precise, I can't do anything about it. Part of the job, after all. We reached the 3rd floor. The guest left while still pointing his camera at me. At me. Interesting. I waited alone until the elevator reached the 5th floor for a few seconds later. I left the elevator and started moving towards room 512. When I was in front of the door, I rang the bell to let the occupants know I'd arrived. It's here, I can hear the muffled voice of a woman. The door opened. Look, hun, they really do use a robot to deliver room service, the woman shouted back to her partner. Ha ha ha. That is so cool, the guy responded, trying to sound interested, though I'm sure he was staring at the woman's butt and couldn't wait to use the stuff they ordered. I want to take a picture with the robot, okay? The woman said in a, oh my god, saccharine, sweet, mildly nauseating tone. Sure, hun. Wait, are you sure it's okay to just hug the robot like that? Huh. Turned out the man could still think with his big brain after all. It's fine. I saw they even have a robot you can have sex with. I'm sure a simple hug won't matter, said the woman. That's a different model. What's next? You're going to hug a Terminator? I screamed internally. Say cheese, then, in 3, 2... Oh, sorry. 1, 2, 3, flash. It looks so cute. I was hoping it might look more human-like, though. Maybe they don't have the technology for that yet, said the adult woman who still hadn't grasped the concept of look but don't touch. Alright, come on, darling. This robot has got other things to do. Let's just take our order and let it do its work. They took their order and closed the door. Oh, humans, how the hell did your people manage to survive for so long in this universe? I wondered as I trundled back down to my room. I really can't tell if they're trying to make her a bad writer or if it's meant to be like serious or not. I'm not a fan of the stories, but
Finish drinking first, Aqua. I'm sorry. I said you haven't left? I was just joking. Oh. That would be crazy. Why? Oh no. I didn't mean to offend you or anything. It's just that you shouldn't forget to take breaks. You too, Andrew.
you have to
Please
work
make
to
sure
take a
you
break.
get enough rest.
Of course I will, Miss Aqua.
Thank you for the reminder. By the way, Aqua. Yes? Where do you come from? Because, judging from your accent, you're not from the States, right? I'm not.
Freya, you cannot just instigate a conversation about someone's nationality like that.
I'm from the ocean.
Obviously, she's a squid.
So you're a full-fledged oceanic?
Freya.
Born and raised in the sea.
Freya, she's covered in tentacles.
Why did you move here? Chasing the American dream, I guess. You moved with your family? No. I'm the only one who could move here. Oh. May I know why?
No!
It's not easy for our people.
It's none of your business.
Especially the females. To get higher education. I got scholarships and the opportunity. I wasn't sure about moving, you know? But my parents pushed me to do it. How long have you been here? Almost 2 years now. Do your parents visit often? They can't. Do you know how hard it is for my people to get a US visa? I'm sorry to hear that. It's okay. We're still in contact. We do a video call at least once a week. Do you have siblings? Of course. We are sea people. My extended family is probably as big as Seattle's population. Whoa. That's a lot. You really have that many relatives? Of course not. I was just exaggerating. But if you count my grandpa's kids and grandkids, there are hundreds of us. Holy... How about you, Freya? Do you have any siblings?
Freya goes through sensitivity training DLC.
Not as many as you, I assume. I have a little brother. 4 years younger. He also lives in Seattle? No, he's living in San Francisco. Near our parents' house.
Oh my gosh, I really made it. There's
He's
a
the
bot
good kid
comment.
and I'm the rebel. Working some high-end tech job. While taking care of my dad on the weekends. That's so nice of him. I know, right? That reminds me. I should visit my parents after finishing this draft. You should. Visit them while you can. I know. Anyway, I want to order something.
Another espresso?
You know, the usual.
Her toilet bowl looks crazy. She needs to start ordering something other than just straight espresso shots. 3 shots of espresso. I mean, if that's what she wants. I mean, when I...
Thanks. Bitter.
When I worked as a barista, I would go and work a 5 a.m. to 2 p.m. shift, and then I would go to college, and I would have classes from 4 to 7. And that was 4 days a week. But I remember, like, there are so many times where I would get up, I would go, and at 5 a.m. I would make my own espresso drink, and then have multiple coffees throughout the day to get through the day. And at one point, I remember I was getting so, I don't know what it's called, caffeine highs. I don't know what it was, but there was at some point even when I stopped working that job, my body would not stop automatically waking up at like 4:30 to 5 a.m. for like months after I stopped working there, because I was so addicted to the espresso and the caffeine and the drinks. It like didn't leave my system.
Just the way I love it.
Who is this
Good
fella? Who's this cutie patootie? How can I help you, sir?
Yes. I don't know what to order.
Oh, this is the pop star's dad? Hmm. Hmm. We can make custom
Actually,
drinks?
are you familiar with STMJ?
This is not what I expected her father to look like. Wait, I think we have that one in our book.
Lucky me. STMJ stands for Susu Telur
Yeah, I think we have
Madu
that
Jai.
one.
It's Indonesian. It means milk,
Or something
egg,
similar.
honey, and ginger.
Wait, do you have the eggs?
Yeah, bitch, I have eggs.
I'd love that. 1 cup of STMJ, please.
Sure thing. I was gonna say I remember seeing some sort of acronym. Yeah. Milk, ginger, honey. Milk, ginger, honey. And then egg. It looks cute. I expected her father to look more like a Billy Ray Cyrus, like ex-rock star type of aesthetic. Whoa, hold on. Not talking. Where does voice acting go? Okay, hers is still there. What happened to Papa's?
Excuse me. May I ask you girls something?
Weird.
Sure, ask away.
What kind of things do you kids like doing nowadays?
Excuse me?
Aren't you college students?
No, we're not.
I see.
He moves closer.
May I ask how old you are?
You're being creepy, old man.
I mean, not yet. Just
Go back to your chair and keep your distance.
Oh, Freya.
Oh,
You're a hater.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be creepy.
He's got cat ears and a
Hey,
mustache.
Andrew?
What, bitch?
I just...
Who is this pervy old man?
Girlfriend.
I want to...
I have no idea. I've never met this cute old man before.
I want to be able to understand young people.
Thank God you're here, Officer Georgie.
Freya.
What's up?
Whoa!
There's a creepy old man trying to flirt with us.
You would think a man asking you questions is
Where?
flirting. Georgie's voice actor. It's funny that a lot of the comments under the mod on the Steam page were like, a lot of the voice acting is just how I imagined it would be, and it's exactly my expectations. This was so good. I'm fully feeling that. All right. Just because a man is asking you,
You
about,
mean him?
just because a man is asking,
Yes,
hey, how
but-
are you?
Not so loud.
This man here is Rachel's dad. He asked to meet me. So I told him to come here.
Oh. I
Yeah.
didn't know that Rachel's dad was a pervy old man.
Freya, if I had a
Wonder if she
shotgun
ran away from
underneath
home.
the counter, I would solve a lot of my
Everyone,
problems.
please, meet Mr. Furlong, Rachel's dad. Mr. Furlong, please, meet Freya and Andrew.
Please, call me Henry.
Let's give the was worried it was going a little bit too fast, but I guess it's okay.
I apologize for earlier. I wasn't trying anything funny. I'm sorry about that.
Do not apologize. Freya sucks.
Wait a minute. Your name is Hendry Furlong,
Yes,
and you're Rachel Florencia's father.
yes.
Furlong? Florencia? Why do you have different last names?
Has she never heard
What
of
are you trying to pull?
Has she never heard of nuclear families? Oh my god.
Florencia was my late wife's maiden name.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
Freya,
Rachel
shut
chose it for her stage
up
name.
challenge. Difficulty impossible.
Freya.
Okay, I think I better work on my novel.
Go
I'm
work
sure
on
you
it
guys
and
have a lot
then
to talk about.
Don't come back.
Freya, I'll come with you.
Freya's so
Anyway,
irritating.
what was it you wanted to talk to me about?
It's about Rachel. That night when you drove her home, was she hanging out with shady people?
Well, I think one of them was a bit shady.
Hey, I heard that.
Whoa.
What?
The sound dynamics.
I'm not a criminal.
I'm just kidding. She was in this coffee shop talking with Freya, and
Andrew.
she wasn't in any danger.
Are you sure? What about before that?
Whoa, calm down. Is everything all right?
It's just that I feel that she's getting more and more distant. I don't know how to talk to her anymore. Or even what to talk about. I don't know what kids her age are into anymore. Every time we talk, we end up fighting.
I have 3 daughters. We fight all the time. One thing that I learned: give them time and space, but be there when they need you. Or you can just bribe them. One time I had a fight with my eldest daughter. She didn't want to talk to me for a week. I know she loves pizza, so I went to Rocco's and bought her favorite. I left the pizza on the table like a trap. Then I just waited for her to take the bait, just like a stakeout. Once she took a bite of that delicious pepperoni, I casually grabbed a slice and sat with her. That pizza really helped smooth things over. After that, she wouldn't stop talking.
What if what she loves doing is the problem? Rachel loves singing and performing on stage. I'm proud of what she has achieved with her career. She's really young. But the entertainment industry isn't a kind place. Not the label, not the media, not the fans. And I don't trust her new manager. Rachel's just a little girl. What if she gets harassed? Or forced to do drugs?
Did something happen?
Well, nothing's happened yet. I just feel it in my guts.
Is it possible that you're just being paranoid?
I don't know. Maybe?
Hold on, I think the cat's messing with something she's not supposed to. I heard a mysterious noise. One second. Bro. Suddenly she thinks everything is a jungle gym opportunity.
Psst, Andrew, I need to go now.
Okay, leave.
Thanks for the drink.
You're welcome. Take Freya with you. I love the sloppy little of her leaving.
Well, can't you just find another manager?
Rachel's already 18, so legally she can sign contracts without parental approval. I've been trying to tell her to quit. But every time I brought it up, we just end up fighting.
As a parent, there's really not much we can do. Other than guiding them and being there when they need us. Sooner or later, we'll have to trust them to make their own decisions. And with everything we've taught them, hopefully, they'll make the right choices.
What if she made the wrong choices?
This is really good for fan-made voice acting.
I can do a background check on that manager. If that will ease your mind.
Please do.
Okay, give me a name.
It's Morris. Last name Lester.
Morris Lester. Got it. Oh, isn't he the guy in today's paper?
Was he?
Anyway, I'll let you know if there's a hit. Hold on. I gotta take this. I've just got a call. I've got to go. I'd love to talk more about this with you. Let's meet again, soon.
Wait.
You have my contact details. Call me if you ever need my help.
Is that? Oh my god. Oh, Lester got it.
Wait.
I wonder why some of it is. Oh, never mind. Don't worry, I'm sure everything will be alright.
I used to manage a girl band.
Slay.
I've seen bad things happen.
For sure. That bad?
Yeah. I was against her joining that pop group at first. But my wife, Rachel's mom, she convinced me to give it a chance. Ever since she's been gone, I don't know how to talk to Rachel. With her wanting to do more of her own stuff, I don't know what to do.
What do you mean by her own stuff?
Modeling and a solo singing career. It's a whole different world than the band. I'm familiar with that side of the biz. Even if it has, I don't think it's for the better.
She survived being an idol.
Shut up. Freya. I'm going to learn how to make mods, and I'm going to make my own where you can throw Freya out or bop her over the head as needed. Do not weigh in on this man's parenting skills. Do not give any advice. Shut up. And I need to go check like the Steam reviews to make sure that I'm not being like overtly aggressive with disliking her.
Even managed to graduate and start a solo career. She sounds like someone who can take care of herself.
Based on these two facts I know about this young child, I definitely have full confidence in her being safe versus the worries of her actual dad.
Don't you think so?
No.
She's not ready! I don't want her to get hurt. There are a lot of bad people out there. People that want to take advantage of her.
You are her father. I understand you might be worried. However, you shouldn't hinder her from achieving her dreams.
I'm gonna hinder your ass out of my cafe.
I just want what's better for her.
Is it really what's best, though? I think she's born to soar.
But she's just a girl. My little girl.
Seriously. That's your argument.
I don't mean to sound that way.
It doesn't matter whether she's a boy or a girl. You'll drive her away if you keep on acting like this. With your knowledge, you should be able to help her achieve her dreams. I was once a stubborn young girl, too. Maybe I can give you a little advice on how to handle rebellious teens.
I'd love to hear it. Is it okay if I stay a bit longer, Andrew?
As long as you need to. Russian tea. Alright, next night. Monday, September 28th. Let's see. Military personnel stationed along East Coast to prevent immigrants flooding from the Atlantic. Werewolf representatives push the ministry for more accessible sedative. Doctor from Sloch Town arrested for experimenting with child cloning. Alright. Are you sure that would be okay?
Yes! I mean, it would be really hard to pull off, but it's something that'll make the story different.
Different isn't always good. It's a neat concept, but you need to handle it carefully and gracefully.
I know.
Something she's not skilled at in any capacity. Alright, let's check. Oh, oh my gosh, look at them! Little girl, they're so cute. Alright, nope, not this one, sorry. The Evening Whispers. Do we have a new one? Okay. The anxious boy and his love stories on public transport. There we go. The day was hot, sunny, and humid, just like most days in Jakarta. I was standing inside a crowded bus, neither well-functioning air conditioning nor proper ventilation, trying to keep myself productive in the uncomfortable environment by reading my recently bought copy of Haruki Harakami's The Elephant Vanishes while listening to a random playlist on my old iPod. Despite the hellish conditions, you would say I was luckier than most because I was standing near the rear door of the bus, leaning my back on the side of a seat. Safe enough not to fall out of the bus, breezy enough to breathe freely. As mentioned, I was on a public bus in Jakarta, so naturally I need to be wary with my surroundings, mostly keeping my belongings secure from pickpockets and other human pests. I glanced around the bus several times in between pages, and that was when I saw her. It's hard to describe her. She has no specific characteristic to differentiate her from other women. She was like the perfect example of the girl you walk past. Why did my TV resolution refresh? Alright, never mind. I'm gonna ignore it. She's like the perfect example of the girl you walk past unseeing on the sidewalk every day. A girl you might glance at for a second, and then a few steps later it would be hard even to remember her hair color, never mind what her eyes, her nose, and her mouth looked like. She was standing near the front door of the bus, not leaning on anything or anyone, not touching that bacteria-infested hand grip on the ceiling of the bus, although to be fair, it might have been hard for her to reach that grip anyways. But still, she stood there with the perfect balance of a tree rooted in healthy soil. She stood as if somebody had silently put the Venus de Milo on the bus, and she somehow fit perfectly without anyone noticing it happening. She was wearing a pair of earphones, wired just like headphones were supposed to be, and a slight smile on her face. Sometimes she closed her eyes for a few moments, enjoying the music only she could hear. Her eyes rarely stayed in one place. They kept wandering around the bus, not too fast like someone anxious, not too slow like someone looking at something specific. Maybe she's the one, I thought. This isn't the first time a thought like this has crossed my mind. As a hopeless romantic, seeing any woman who piques my interest will immediately trigger a story in my imagination. The story of how I will approach them, get to know them, with the proviso that they are just as I imagine to be. Start dating, get married, have kids, grow old in our home, and so on, and so on. Random cuties, that's what I called them. Unicorns among horses. The term doesn't apply to any cute girls I see, of course. It has to be someone special, at least someone I imagine to be special. Thing is, automatically imagining those stories whenever I happen across a random cutie isn't healthy. It puts a toll on my mind and, of course, my heart. It creates a lot of unhealthy expectations before any opportunities even arise. Oh shit. She looked at me. We made eye contact for a brief flash of seconds. I immediately returned to my book. Did she notice me staring at her? Did she see what I was thinking? My mind won't stop spinning, overthinking, while my pulse beats double time in my ears. I continue staring at my book. With what just happened, I obviously can't read it properly. My eyes were looking at the words, but nothing was being processed other than thoughts of her. I glanced back at her and she was staring at me. Eye contact more than once. It has to mean something. Should I approach her and introduce myself? Is it really? Thank God. Yes. Yes, I should. But what if things go wrong? What's the worst thing that could happen if we introduce ourselves? First, it's a crowded bus, and moving from the rear door to the front will definitely annoy some people. Second, what if after we approach her, she becomes annoyed and, oh come on, you're overthinking as usual. Nothing bad will happen even if she does get annoyed. Don't dismiss me. Nothing bad will happen. Well, she might scream and say I'm a pervert. And then the whole bus will beat me to death. Oh, and the worst option, what if we introduce ourselves and then it turns out she's not like we imagined her to be? All that time and energy will be wasted, exchanged for years of agony. Oh, for everything will be fine. Don't worry so much, no matter what happens. Second, we still have to try something first. No, there's still too much at risk. The debate is still raging inside my head, and that's when it happens. We make eye contact again, but this time it lasts longer than a few seconds, and then she smiled at me. Just a small curve on those perfectly average, beautiful lips. I quickly returned to my book. See? You have to do something. But, remember the girl with the violin we saw on the train to Yogyakarta a few years ago? Of course I remember. Exactly. She was just a random person that sat across from you on that train. We don't even remember what month it was, and yes, we still remember the maroon coat she was wearing, violin case she put in the overhead compartment, her reddish hair in that pixie cut. Stop it. That was different. And we might have saved ourselves a lot of embarrassment by not talking to her. The thoughts, the noise, the internal dialogue, it won't stop. I was sweating. Not because of the heat and cold sweat. This had to stop. Stop, I screamed internally. Everything stopped. Just in time, my old iPod randomly shuffled to explosions in the spaces, the only moment we were alone. I cranked up the volume and put my book in my bag and just breathed. Yes, I might lose the chance to meet the one by doing this, but at least as long as I don't know her, she's perfect. As far as I know, she might be listening to explosions into space. As far as I know, she might be a big fan of Harugami and Final Dreams, I don't know what Roman numeral. It's the one that matches her stupid tattoo. As far as I know, she might be single. As far as I know, she might be the 100% perfect match for me that I believe can't exist if my knowledge of her goes any farther than what I know right now. Besides, as the old saying goes, if it's meant to be, it will be. The bus stopped in front of the Plaza Sinayan, my destination. It was time for me to go. I decided not to look in her direction as I left, knowing that if I looked at her, it would be the last time I ever saw her. That's too hard for a hopeless romantic like me. I left the bus and enjoyed the warm sun and the breeze of fresh air, finally out of that metal Schrodinger's box. That's when it happened. I turned my head to the right, and there she was, standing alone, enjoying the breeze now. She was free of the roasting metal box we humans named Bus. She turned her head to the left, showing a glimmer of surprise at seeing me staying there. After that, she smiled. So if it's meant to be, it will be. Dream, I don't know if you're if you're familiar with the concept of what a femcell is, but Freya, unfortunately for me, is giving big femcell energy and vibes. Especially like her obsession with like calling other people perverts, and also like if you smelt it, whoever smelt it dealt it. She called the old man a pervert for trying to talk to them. And then she called another guy a pervert in the game. I just don't remember which one specifically. But she gives big female incel vibes.
Hey, Gala.
Hi, Gala.
Good evening, everyone.
Expecting the voice to be so deep and robust. Kind of scared me. Might have to turn that down.
Am I interrupting?
No?
It looked like you were having an intense discussion.
I'm intensely trying to throw the woman to your right out of my cafe.
It's nothing. Andrew was just giving me feedback.
Mm-hmm.
It's for the book I'm writing.
Sounds like a heavy discussion.
What are you up to tonight?
I'm just planning to sit and relax. Please don't let my presence interrupt you.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Although, I need to interrupt Andrew for a moment.
Sure, what do you want?
Can I have a cup of...
The medication one?
You remember my remedy?
The one that stops him from turning into a werewolf? Yeah. You want to give it a try? Sure.
Remember, it has tea and ginger.
So I think it's just the same one from last time, right? Yeah. Tea, milk, ginger. Tea, milk, ginger. I don't think there's anything to prove on it. Sir. Oh, I forgot. I could have done latte art. Judging from the smell, this looks like it. I could have dropped him another wolf.
Indeed. I have the same feeling.
Did Howard voice act for this game? Damn.
Perfect. Anyway, please don't mind me and continue with your discussion.
Don't worry, Mr. Gallo. We're done for the night.
You're done. I have a lot of new homework, thanks to you. Is Hyde coming?
No, I'm by myself tonight.
It's gonna be a peaceful night then. Oh, come on. I was just joking.
Your jokes aren't funny. Oh, you think his voice is worse?
He needs to learn how to communicate his thoughts nicely, though.
It does give, like, boyfriend ASMR vibes.
He might not look like it,
Like on YouTube.
but he's a very kind person, you know.
He doesn't show it, that's for sure.
That applies to you as well.
Oh, come on.
Good evening, everyone.
Oh, wait. I forgot about this character. I forgot about this character. He's queening out. Welcome, Mr. Bailey's. Let me hear your voice again. Hearing his voice properly will really give us the determining factor on if we were right to say he was queening out or not.
Hey,
How are you doing, Freya?
Okay, it's kind of quiet, but
Not good.
What's going on?
it does. I feel like we were justified in our queening out conversation.
Andrew is just criticizing my story.
Because you suck. Called feedback.
It's cruel.
Necessary. Oh, that giggle was crazy.
Sounds interesting.
Oh, okay. The voice actor got a little bit closer to the microphone.
What's the problem with the story?
He is a queen.
The story is non-linear and quite complicated. Imagine a choose-your-own-adventure storybook, but for adults.
Sounds pretty common so far.
But instead of telling you which page to turn to, each decision you make will give you a score.
What?
That score will determine which page you should go to.
That sounds more like a video game than a book.
I know, it's not that original. But my target here is the mainstream audience.
Huh?
With the help of my publisher, this kind of book may go mainstream.
I don't think it will, babe.
Just like that Choose Your Own Adventure show on Netstream. It was nothing new, but because of the marketing.
So they're making a reference to the Black Mirror Choose Your Own Adventure show. Oh, what was that called? I remember I played it with a friend of mine. But that format doesn't really work well into a book, I don't think. Even if Freya was a good writer, I don't think that is a good idea. Also, she's still workshopping ideas like 4 to 5 days into her 2-week deadline. You should have had an idea for your book before you even attempted to sell it to someone, the elevator pitch it.
And the names involved. It reached the mainstream market.
That sounds interesting.
Don't lie.
And highly ambitious, Freya.
Yeah.
At least it's simpler than my other idea.
Which is...
Making the novel not in the form of a book. But in the form of story cards.
What?
I know, right? By the way, get your triple espresso, have your diarrhea, and get out. I appreciate that the characters are kind of giving her a little bit of pushback, though. It makes me feel less crazy. And that's before even considering the sensitive issue of setting the story in a world where only humans exist. Yeah, it's basically she went into a Starbucks where she's being annoying, and she's telling the Starbucks manager, "Hey, I think I wanna write a book, but I want the setting to be where only white people exist, but they're really, they're really on each other about like their weight or their height or something."
What did you say?
I hope everyone collectively turns around and beats her ass.
No, there's a reason why it has to be that way. Just wait until I've finished it, okay?
All right.
As Andrew said, though, I won't have the time. Getting a normal pitch approved is already a steep climb. Let's not make the mountain even higher.
Fair enough. What's the story all about, by the way?
You'll have to wait for it. Don't want to spoil the fun.
AKA, I don't know.
If you say so.
Dream what? Roman numeral is this? I think X is 10, so is this 11? I'm not sure.
Anyway, I haven't ordered anything.
What do you want to drink? What do you want, queen?
Ginger latte, if you know how to make it.
Maybe I bet I could figure it out. So probably coffee, milk, ginger. Oh, it's 9. Oh, Okay, so milk ginger is that the same thing as a latte? I don't know if that's actually what he was looking for. I expected it to say ginger latte at the top of the screen. Oh, that's not it? Okay. My bad. Okay, so... Oh, maybe I have it. So cafe latte is coffee milk milk. Maybe it's coffee ginger? Coffee ginger? Let's try coffee ginger. We have 5 trash. We have 5 scraps. Oh, I don't think that's it. We came up with something new. But I don't think that's it. Coffee ginger milk. Yeah, I know that the order matters. Which I hate that the order matters. I wish it was just a combination of ingredients. Dream, you're so smart. Here you go. What did I have a notification about? What was that new one we came up with? Ginger latte. What was that new one? Oh, do we not? We don't get it saved. Well, at least we know what that is. And what's the update here? Is it... Oh, we got another step with Bailey's. Who else? Oh, Gala? Oh, we got all 3 with Gala. So I'm getting the vibe that if you get all their drinks right, that you get more, like, a fuller friend bar. Yeah, I'm not... that's what I thought too. I thought it would pop up here. That's what I thought that endless mode would also be a little bit, is that you come here and you just unlock all the copies. Well, anyways. Here you go.
Thanks.
You're welcome. How's your love
Damn,
life?
this is good.
Bailey's after he... Never mind, I had a really inappropriate, like, gay joke.
With this kind of drink-making skill? No wonder why your place isn't any bigger.
Oh, maybe you have to serve it for someone? Oh, that's probably it. What we have here now is more than enough for me.
Whatever floats your boat, I guess.
He's doing the princess. Princess?
By the way, how are you doing, Bailey's? Still busy with your last client?
Oh, I'm done with her.
Done? As in, you're dropping the project?
Why would you assume he's dropping the project and not that he, like, completed it?
Hey, I'm not crazy. I still need the money. Done as in I've finished the job.
Yeah, that's... I'm gonna really... We're gonna have to do some deep diving about what the general consensus reaction to her character is. And I want to know if there was different people in charge of writing different characters, or if there was just one woman who wrote some very likable, sweet character, or man, or whoever, wrote some text to the gay joke. Okay, I'll remember to.
I spent the last few days making sure it's even done before the deadline.
Did you like it?
That's like me saying, are you done with your coffee? Or so someone saying, how's your thing going? I'm like, oh, I'm done with it. You threw the coffee out? No, that means I finished my coffee.
Oh, she loved it. She had some complaints, of course. But I convinced her. By using some design terms she doesn't understand.
So, you finished your job by bullshitting her.
The finest bullshit, my lady. That's one survival skill every freelancer must have.
Are you working on anything right now?
No.
No.
I'm taking a break from work. I need to work on a few personal matters.
Oh. Like you and Lua?
Something like that.
You know those like ragdoll simulations where you have like a little ragdoll and you can like pick it up and set it on fire and like throw it around? I need one for her.
By the way, I'm curious. How did you guys meet? If you don't mind me asking.
I don't mind. It's just that I was young and stupid, you know?
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I'm about to make that the thumbnail for when I put the series on YouTube.
Who hasn't been there?
You're right. So, I was a bit of a player back in college.
I'm gonna open a Diet Coke can. I apologize for the noise.
Ooh, spicy.
And I was going after my then best friend's girlfriend's friend.
Whoa!
Wait, what?
Okay, I'll say it slowly. I used to have a best friend. He was an incubus.
Okay.
Let's call him Cognac. Cognac has a girlfriend.
Still following.
Him having to break this down to her is so funny.
And that girl has a friend. The friend is the one I'm after.
Oh, okay.
What would the combination of a femcel and a pick-me be? Fim-me? Pixel? Oh, Pixel. Definitely Pixel. On Coke Zero compared to Diet Coke? I will say that I think canned Coke Zero is better than canned Diet Coke. But when I go out to a restaurant and I can get like a cup of like a fountain drink, or if I get like a to-go soda from like a fast food place, I'm going for a Diet Coke every time. But objectively, like from a can, like just at home, Coke Zero is better. And also like me, like in the office where I work, like I always go for a canned Coke Zero.
Got it.
She was one of the hottest girls there. But everyone knew she wasn't the type of girl you'd want to date.
What does that mean?
Why?
I don't want to get into details.
He's like dancing around his preference for men. Yeah, the canned Diet Cokes for some reason are like, I don't know what it is, but I'm not pulling for a canned Diet Coke if I can and get a Coke Zero. Ooh, last night we were playing, there's this puzzle exit room like type of series called the Exit Games. It's by like the Cosmo group or whatever they're called. Last night I mixed, because I'm branching out into other sugar-free flavors of Monster, and we tried sugar, because I always go for the sugar-free orange one, the Sunrise one. That's my favorite one. We mixed sugar-free peach Monster with iced tea, and it tasted so good. It was like a really highly caffeinated peach iced tea, and it was delicious.
But this succubus was super hot. And all the guys wanted to sleep with her. She was a player, too.
Huh? That doesn't sound like Lua at all.
Because it wasn't Lua, genius.
Huh?
She's killing me.
Lua was my friend's girl.
Holy moly! This is getting spicier.
I hope the end of all the days is that, I know you played this, so don't tell me, but I hope the end of the days is she writes all their personal information and stories, and after she publishes it, everyone comes to the cafe to beat her ass.
The other girl's name was... let's call her Rose.
Continue.
I knew Lua thanks to her relationship with Cognac.
That's a fake name you made up, right?
Yes!
he's so fed up with her. He's so fed up with her.
Now, will you let me continue without interruptions?
Okay.
Yeah, like, girl, shut up.
So, I asked Lua a lot of things about Rose.
As long as it ends with her with a with a black eye or, you know, unsuccessful, that'll be a win for me.
She knew what I was after. It annoyed her so much. But I kept on bothering her. I mean, I was a pretty... active guy back then.
Slut.
So, Lua came over to visit us at one point. I lived with Cognac back in college. I'd been out, and I got back just as Lua arrived.
Oh, excuse me, I dropped my coaster. Oh my gosh.
A total coincidence. We went into our place together and witnessed something surprising.
No, were they cheating?
What?
Cognac was sleeping with Rose.
Oh! You're a writer and you can't keep up with this situation?
Holy mother moly!
I saw the look on Lua's face. The disbelief, anger, sadness. And without even thinking about it, I punched Cognac in the face.
You what?
I got into a fight with him. Oh, I haven't told you. Cognac was a Brazilian jiu-jitsu tutor for kids. He's pretty good.
Oh my.
Yeah, I landed that one punch, and he beat me to a pulp. Easily. Lua begged me to stop fighting on her behalf.
More like she begged Cognac.
Hey, I wasn't kidding. I lost, but I don't give up so easily. I was beaten pretty bad. So Lua took care of my injuries. We grew closer after that. And I don't even remember the exact date. But suddenly, that friendship turned into a relationship.
That was one hell of a story.
I know. Have you seen her by any chance?
Well, she came here.
Yeah. Lua came by a few days ago.
How is she doing? She hasn't returned any of my calls or texts.
Well, she's healthy, that's for sure. She got into an argument, though.
With whom?
There was this male model.
A model? I didn't think she was that type of girl.
Oh my god. Miscommunication trope, but it's amplified by just being a dumbass.
To go out with a model.
Oh, they weren't together.
What were they arguing about?
Well, we were talking about your relationship. Lua told us about the reason behind the fight. About your family stuff. And then this guy, Hyde, joined the discussion.
What did he say?
He didn't understand why Lua would insist on getting family approval.
Sorry, I'm replying to a message real quick. We have we have a. So I was gonna make a comment about him just kind of like on his phone, just eavesdropping. I mean, she did mention Hyde, so maybe he has something to add about that. We're hosting a not hosting. A friend of mine is hosting a slideshow party, and I was confirming a couple of details.
Considering, you know,
What?
you're willing to leave your own family. You would do that for her?
Yes, I would. I'm sick and tired of my family.
Valid.
Why would you say that?
Let me tell you about my family.
The loud ass slurp.
Or should I say, most elven families. They all think they're so high and mighty. If you're born an elf, there are certain unwritten rules you must follow. Reputation and appearance are everything. We must never, ever make our family look bad. You can only befriend certain people.
Yeah, her point of view on shit is so funny. I think so far the biggest thing that she said that's pissed me off this session, this stream, is her when the guy's like, my name is John Smith, and the police officer was like, yeah, this is Rachel Brown's father. And Freya goes, wait. You're John Smith and she's Rachel Brown? How come you have two different last names? What's the big idea here? Like family, like blended families don't exist. That was the most annoying thing so far.
You must dress a certain way.
All that hair dye is leaking into her brain.
You can only have certain jobs. Jobs that are deemed worthy and successful. Like being a doctor, a lawyer, a CEO. You know, ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted to be an artist. I love drawing and creating art. However, becoming an artist is not something elves would deem suitable.
Seems backwards culturally. In my mind, when I think of elves in a fantasy space, I'm like, oh, elves are very like hoity-toity with the arts.
Unless you become the next Da Vinci. So, when I switched from a business major to an art major, my parents went crazy, screamed like they were on fire. They told me I'd never be rich or successful.
All that because you chose an art degree.
You want to know the worst part? They blamed Lua.
What do you mean?
Freya.
They blamed her for my decision to pursue my passion for art. Yelled about her kind is ruining the country. Accusing their religion of worshipping the Dark Lord. Accusing her of putting a spell on me and cursing the family.
Whoa. I mean, come on. This is the 21st century. That is so not cool. I don't want to sound judgmental, but your family is racist.
She's right. Broken clock is right twice a day. But my thing is, like, she wants to create a book where the concept of the book is that there's only human beings. Is that not also... is that not also racist?
Tell me about it.
She's like, I don't know if you knew this, but your family kind of sucks.
Lua is the only person that can make me feel alive. She showed me how I can be free and pursue my dreams.
Sorry, it's not funny that he said that. It's just like I imagine we're talking and we're doing some sort of task and we just see his body fall from the roof in the background.
I don't understand why Lua is so obsessed with the idea of reconciliation with my family. I just don't get it.
Well, it seemed like from her point of view, she was feeling insecure about what if you regret this decision in the future? What if we, like 40 years from now, you're like, wow, I kind of miss that relationship with my family. I regret choosing you over my family.
I have no problem with leaving my family, you know? I would happily leave them for the both of us.
What about her?
Jump scare.
What about her and her family? You may be happy to leave your family. However, it may not be the same for her.
Gala, do you have something to say? Perhaps you could give us a different perspective.
Sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop. I couldn't help overhearing your story. I assumed that the person you're talking about is not an elf, correct?
Yes, she's a succubus.
I see. I'm a werewolf.
He's like, yeah, no shit.
For werewolves, the wolf pack is the most important thing. We'll put family before any other. We often have our own problems within the pack, but we won't abandon our family for anything. Perhaps that's also true for her and her family. Besides, if you leave your family for her, wouldn't that make your parents believe that all those bad stereotypes about succubi are true?
You can't tell me you've never considered that perspective before.
I never thought of it that way before.
Oh my god. Maybe he is straight.
Whether you like it or not, your actions will have an impact on her as well. And if you leave your family for her, that will put her in a difficult spot. She might feel responsible for your actions.
There's nothing to feel bad about. I'm leaving my messy family to create a better one with her.
It's easy for you to say that now, but you don't know what the future holds. One day, circumstances might change. One day, one of you might regret your decisions. One day, you might use the "I left my family for you" card.
That's true.
We love each other. I'll be with her whatever the circumstances may be.
You know, love is like a flame. It might burn fiercely at first, but over time, it will die down if you don't maintain it. Maintaining it won't be easy. It will be hard work, because life is full of storms, and marriage, it will not survive on love alone.
That's true.
Whoa, that's deep.
Shut up.
We'll have each other, and that's enough for us.
I mean, yeah, but
Tell me,
it's lonely if you both sacrifice your family and you just have yourself and your friends. That does get lonely after time, especially like Christmases and Halloween and some holidays and special things to celebrate and
do you
etc.
have health insurance?
What? I'm an elf. Why would I need health insurance?
You'll need some.
What for?
Immortality is an elven privilege, but you'll lose it if your family disowns you. I've seen people go bankrupt because they fell ill or got seriously injured. Emptied their entire life savings for an $8 pill, because in this country they charge $20,000 for it. And if you decide to have children, they won't have the same privileges you do. There's a high probability that they'll get bullied for being a half-breed. There are consequences.
I feel like I'm gonna shift my anger here to this young man. If he's like, wow, I never thought about that at all.
It shouldn't be taken lightly.
Like, these are all things that you should have considered before you even got into an established, long-term, serious relationship with her.
Think about it. Anyway, I've got to go. I apologize for my intrusion.
No. Thank you for your insight. I've got to go too.
Wanna head out together?
You just, you see a shadow of them making out right here.
Sure.
Thanks for the drink, Andrew.
You're welcome. Well, it's just like when I got in my relationship with my current partner, like I think on like maybe the 5th or 6th date, we like laid it out, all our cards on the table, and we're like, what do you want out of life? How many kids do you want? Do you want kids? Do you want to get married? Do you want a house? What are your expectations for the future? What are your expectations from a partner? What roles do you prefer in like a relationship? What roles do you not prefer? What are your favorite chores? What are your least favorite chores? What's something that we would need to do if we decided to move out of where we currently are? Like, we did all of this before we even like fully got to a month. Which is how I feel most relationships should start. You want to get that stuff out of the way immediately.
And Freya.
Bye.
Bye, Queen. Yeah.
What?
You made me lose 2 customers in a minute.
Hey, that wasn't on me.
I mean, I will defend Freya in this one instance. Like, we did not force them to go.
They were leaving anyway.
Are you gonna write that in your book?
It's a secret.
You gonna write that in your little book? Your book is based on this coffee shop. How can you present a story like theirs in a world with only humans around?
I'm not sure.
Let's poison her
Sounds
espresso.
like a great idea.
You want your triple espresso? Bed chamber. A cup for those longing for a deep slumber. That's an interesting one. Those Z's. Tuesday, September 29th. Put laxatives in it. She only needs 1 extra, like, half shot of espresso. And she won't need laxatives. She's basically consuming them every day. Especially espresso. 3 shots of espresso every day. Who vows to stop major hospitals selling Fury sedative illegally? Coachella 2020, 10 reasons why you should go. Sports tournament in space might be only a few decades away. Oh.
He never really changed.
Hyde's voice is a little less cunty than I thought it would be.
I know.
But it was surprisingly nice. Catching up with people from back then.
Never mind, there it is.
Thank you for forcing me to do it.
Don't mention it.
I recognize some of these voices. I recognize Hyde's voice actor, and then the Squid Girl you like. I recognize her voice from him.
Hey, Andrew.
Yep. What?
I'd like to order again.
Sure thing.
The usual.
Sure thing. Back to the experiment.
Yes.
Okay.
I think the last one was the remedy.
I know it is.
But there's no harm in checking some other combinations.
Wait. So do you want?
You know what to do.
You want your original, or do you want a mixture? Want something different, or do you just want your regular tea, milk, and ginger? All right. We have one more. We have another story. This one's shorter. Midnight. The boy arrives at his home. The ticking sound of the cooling engine fills the dark, empty garage, followed by the scrape of the rusty metal door being forcefully closed. He leaves the garage, and there she is waiting for him to come back home. She always waits in the same spot around the same time. The boy always smiles when he sees her. Meow. The cat calls the boy, demanding the treatment she always receives from him every night in the same spot around the same time. He laughs quietly as he walks up to join her. You've been waiting for me, haven't you? Here, come here, says the boy to the cat while he pets her fur. The cat purrs loudly and refuses to stand still. She dances around him, stands up tall on 2 feet, rubs her head against his shins, and shares her affection while enjoying their nightly routine. Until suddenly, the boy decides that their interaction is enough for today. He stands up, walks away from her, and closes his door. The cat understands that their time for the day is up. They both return to their own lives. The boy did not give the cat something to eat, and the cat did not sleep next to him to help him relax. For she was not his, and he was not hers. What is this? It's almost like... It's almost giving, like, ChatGPT vibes. Like, they said, like, was fed in... Tell me a short story about a stray boy and a lonely cat in... under 1, 2, 3... Under 6 paragraphs. Okay, so... Unless... I'm just gonna do tea, milk, and ginger. Because I think it's safe to just give him his own drink. Try this.
Thank you.
Welcome. What about you, Mr. Hyde? Would you like to order something?
I'm good for now.
I couldn't help overhearing you both. It sounds like you two go way back.
We do, I guess.
He was my bodyguard.
Oh, didn't you meet here?
Yeah, when this was a bar.
What happened?
He was getting his ass kicked by a couple of dwarves.
Ugh, those two bastards.
It wasn't a pretty sight, so I intervened.
Aren't vampires supposed to be, you know, tough?
Just because I'm a vampire, it doesn't mean I know kung fu. Besides, I'd had a couple of drinks. I could have taken them both if I was sober.
If you say so.
A couple? Really? You were trashed, Hyde. You told them I was your bodyguard.
Wait, were you not his bodyguard?
Not at the time. We didn't even know each other. But because of that whole fiasco, we both got kicked out. And then this wasted vampire stuck to me. Like, well, you know, to a blanket. Obviously, he was too drunk to drive. So I hailed a cab. Turns out, he was also too drunk to tell the driver where he lived. And I was stuck with him until morning.
Thanks for not leaving me on the street, Gala. Those dwarves could have killed me.
Who were they?
I'm not going to confirm or deny anything, but it's possible they may have had ties to the Mafia.
Mafia dwarves?
And I might have lost some of their money on the stock market.
Yeah, I felt like his voice should be a little younger and higher pitched. Maybe a bit more feminine.
A lot of their money.
Eggs.
They wanted me to launder their dirty money, so I decided to screw them over instead.
Yeah, I overheard what they were talking about before the fight started. I knew Hyde was innocent, and that's why I helped him. He might be an annoying asshole, but he's not a thief.
What a stroke of luck. The universe sending me a guardian angel in my time of need. So the next morning, I offered him a job as my bodyguard for real.
After all the trouble you caused me the night before.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It should have been a little more hoity-toity.
Hey, I took you to breakfast. Don't tell me that counted for nothing.
I have to say, it wasn't my proudest moment.
And we had to share a bed.
I was broke. Breakfast was an offer I couldn't refuse.
And we fell asleep spooning.
It was the late 60s, mind you. It wasn't easy finding a job. Especially for people like me.
Werewolves?
War veterans.
So how'd you go from working as a bodyguard to working in the hospital?
Well, when he was working with me, I noticed.
Hyde. I'd prefer it if we skip that part. I'm sorry, but I don't want to go into any details about it.
He's probably like into drugs or bad crowd or something.
I don't mind telling you the quick and dirty version. Long story short, he helped me with, something. Let's just say something from my past. Thanks to that help, I found a new purpose in life, helping other people live. Of course, it's not easy for a veteran werewolf to become a nurse or doctor. That's why I chose hospital admin instead. So, you could say I owe this guy my life.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks to his stubborn persistence in helping me when I needed it.
Sure. Thanks for sharing your story. I didn't expect that.
I know. Anyway, Andrew.
Ugh.
I'd like to order something now.
What do you want?
Can you make a tea-based drink that's warm and cool at the same time?
Alright, a tea-based drink. Let's see if we already have that. Tea-based drink. That's cool. Tea base, and then I guess what would make it cool and warm? Mint makes it really cool. You mint and ginger? Warm might be like cinnamon. Let's try this one. And I know it'll say, it'll be like a specific, yeah, no, it's not this, because it'll have like a title at the top. Maybe do, yeah. Gotta be mint. Maybe mint and cinnamon? No, it's mint cinnamon tea. I know if it's correct. I've learned that if it's correct, it'll have like a name. So it is definitely tea. Did we already do ginger and then mint? Or was it mint and then ginger? Mint ginger is what I did. Okay, let's try tea ginger mint. No! Okay, tea-based drink. Tea-based drink. Warm and cool. I mean, honey just makes it sweet. I mean, it could be lemon. Maybe lemon and ginger? I was gonna say, you might look it up. Honey just makes it sweet. It doesn't affect the warm or coolness. Now the problem is, are they just wanting me to balance how warm and how cool it is? Like, they have to be the same level. It has to be the same level as warm and cool. Tea lemon. Lemon honey. As soon as I see a name on top of the fucking drink, I'll serve it. Okay. Sure. I hope you like it.
Exactly what I wanted.
Slay. I haven't saved in a while. We should probably save. Nice.
By the way, it feels like this place is missing something today.
It's Freya's annoying ass. Disturbing all of us. Oh, and I got Hyde's third close friend unlocked. Who do I need? Bailey's, Myrtle, Rachel, and Hendry. And I've got 3 bars for everybody else. I think I'm doing okay. They have values. Yeah, I haven't seen that bitch today. Please don't be here.
Speak of the devil.
God damn it.
Hello, good people.
Go do your job.
And one vampire.
Oh my god.
It's good to see you too.
Freya, can you stop being a bitch?
By the way, we were just talking about you.
All bad things.
Oh, really? What about me?
That you're annoying, that you're not, your critical thinking skills are sub-zero. The hair, the tattoo, stupid little necklace, the obnoxious tank top bra strap, like combo placement. There's so many things.
I was just surprised that you weren't here.
Is that how you pick up girls young enough to be your granddaughter?
Not cool, less cool, cool, extra cool. Not warm, less warm, warm, extra warm. Interesting. Maybe when I do endless mode at some point, I'll look more into the drink making mechanics. Oh, when is he picking up girls young enough to be his granddaughter? What are you talking about?
That won't work on me.
I've no interest in flirting with you. I've got high standards, you know.
Get her.
You.
Burn.
You look so tired, Freya.
She's staying up not doing her work.
Hard day at work?
How could you tell?
Freya, Hyde likes to cuddle with Gala. Okay.
Call it werewolf senses.
Right. I showed Andrew my draft, and I actually got some good feedback.
That it sucked that you want to do a choose your own adventure game with a point system.
That's good to hear.
Glad I could help.
So, I spent the whole day rewriting stuff. And I also did some stories for the paper. Overall, it was a good day.
These stories for the paper? You were working on these?
That's good to hear. But please don't forget to take a break. It's easy to get carried away by work when you're on a roll.
Will do, sir. And speaking of hospitals, how's your hospital admitting life going?
That's not even a word, Freya.
Actually, I'm not even sure what you even do there.
It's pretty boring to talk about. But mostly, I handle operational stuff happening in the hospital. Things like how much a specialist costs and how much it affects our income. I also deal with patients and their families. If they require intensive care, such as operations, I go through what we do and how much it would cost them.
Kinda like biz dev for people's lives, then.
You could say that.
Damn, that sounds complicated and hard.
That's why I'm suited for my job. Someone who gets very emotionally attached to patients would find this job pretty tough. Whereas heartless people like my friend here only see it from a business perspective.
Good point. Why do people rarely talk about your kind of job?
I guess most people don't really notice we exist or think about the necessity of it.
He's looking down the barrel of the camera at the players.
Exactly. It's an interesting job, yet no one talks about it.
Oh, big baby.
Maybe because most admins are just like me. We rarely talk about our work outside the hospital.
Why?
For me, I just don't find any reason to. It's the patient's personal lives anyway.
Such professionalism and loyalty. I do need a stretch. I've been slouching for a while. Gotta keep hold of that mindset, especially in front of this lady.
You?
He needs to be a bit less loyal, though.
Hyde.
You've been doing this job for a while, right?
Almost 50 years now.
Whoa! I didn't know that.
Look how close he's holding his face, his phone to his face.
Wait, 50 years in the same position?
Uh-huh.
Holy shit! Ask for a promotion, man.
Shut up.
They keep offering me new positions. Mostly managerial.
Take it.
Not interested.
Why?
It's not something I want. Besides, as I've told you before, I fit perfectly in this position.
But the salary must be better if you take the promotion, right?
Of course. But what I get at the moment is more than enough for me right now. And I still get raises while I'm doing this job.
I really can't figure you out.
That's Gala for you.
Anyway, my shift's starting soon. It was nice catching up with both of you. Are you going to stay, Hyde?
Yeah, I'm still enjoying the vibes here.
I'll see you in a few weeks, I guess.
Yep.
Safe trip. See you around, Andrew.
Bye.
And you, Freya.
See you.
Take care.
You know, it's kind of hard to believe. Someone like Gala could be your best friend.
We were talking about that before you
Oh,
called
really?
in here.
Man, I missed an interesting story. So, how did you guys meet?
Seriously? I have to retell the story?
Yes. Come on. You're not going anywhere, right?
All right then. We met in this place, back when it was a bar.
Whoa! I never knew Gala used to be in the army. I mean, he's got the build to be on the front line. Still, though, why did he make the jump from, how should I say this? A very physical job to medic.
Well, he's not comfortable talking about it right now.
But you know why, right?
Are you trying to squeeze the story from me?
Obviously.
He doesn't want to talk about it.
That's him, not you.
Seriously, Freya?
Come on.
Freya said, I need everyone's
I won't get into details, but going to war. It messes with your head.
Oh.
You see why Gala doesn't want to talk about it, huh?
I don't get it, but it must be difficult. Especially back
The
then.
only thing he was confident in was his strength, so he only did work that relied on his muscle.
That wouldn't help him get over his trauma, though, right?
Of course not. But it was the only thing he could do. Or at least, it's the only thing he thought he could do.
But you hired him for his muscle.
Hey, I didn't know about all that at the time. Besides, he's good at being a bodyguard,
Yeah, Freya, mind your own business challenge.
and we weren't that close yet. So, no personal feelings.
Mochi just jumped up onto my lap. I thought we were cuddling, and then she bit the shit out of my arm and fully wrapped around it and would not let go. Grabbed her by the back of the neck so quick. What the fuck are you doing?
I needed his strength.
It's almost. She has 10 minutes till dinner and she's squeaking.
But then I got to be interested in him.
She's so funny because she's such the sweetest, cuddliest little thing. And then every now and again, she gets to a point where she's so hype and she thinks that you, like, your hand or your arm is, like, a target. And then as soon as you discipline her and you're like, stop that. She, like, will just give a soft little, like, teeth around you but not pressing down. I'm like, girl, we are not battling. You have toys.
Interested?
No, they definitely had sex.
I think he's a cool person.
Freya, mind your own business challenge. Difficulty impossible.
That's all. And after a few months, I noticed his problem. I suggested he talk about it with someone, seek help,
I'm assuming drugs.
which he refused.
No surprises there.
But I kinda pushed him to do it.
How?
It's complicated. Eventually, he did go to get professional help. Of course, I've no idea what happened in his therapy sessions. But in the end, he found a new purpose in his life. He quit working for me. And not so long after that, he started working at the hospital. And he's been
Good evening, everyone.
Wait, I forgot about this character. The voice acting is really cute.
Oh boy.
Good evening. Nice to see you again.
We are also glad to see you, barista.
I didn't catch your name when you visited. You have a name?
Name? We sure have. On Earth, people call us Neil.
We are all friends. I got an achievement said meet all the main characters. Neil.
Yes. Neil.
Is that your real name?
Oh, of course not.
I take a deep breath every time I want to say something rude. Does he have a Instagram? Oh. He does.
Due to the nature of our communication, we do not really need trivial things like names to interact. But from what we have learned here, it seems like the name Neil has a lot of associations with Earthling efforts in intergalactic exploration.
That's funny.
I get what you mean.
I believe we did not meet the last time we were here.
I saw you from afar when you left the coffee shop a few days ago. So, hello. My name is Freya. You could say I'm a regular here.
And you, sir?
Hyde.
You come here often?
For someone who doesn't live in Seattle, yeah.
Ooh, you are not from around here.
Ooh.
Neither are we.
Where do you come from?
Far away.
By far away, you mean a few thousand miles? Or more?
Freya, he's wearing a spacesuit. What do you think, girl?
More. Much more. More to the point that your strange calculation system means nothing.
That sounds far away, indeed. What are you doing here in Seattle?
To impregnate someone.
And do all your kind dress like this?
Oh, this? We chose this appearance based on an image we saw when we first arrived.
Image? Ah, the Arami Gendru album cover. No wonder you look familiar.
As for what we are doing, this place is really the perfect spot to practice our communication skills with Earthlings. But before that, please let us order something from the barista.
What do you want, dude?
The usual. That is how you say it, yes?
Yep. So, anything?
Yes. We won't be able to taste the difference anyway.
You really can't taste anything?
Yes.
What if I can brew a drink that can make you feel something?
Interesting premise. But we doubt you will be able to do that.
Don't challenge me. I'll Google it and figure it out.
Please, surprise us.
Alright, so what could we do for him? Do we have to do something like extremely bitter for him to taste it? Like, are we just trying to get him a very bittery drink? Oh, it's a specific drink. Milk, honey, mint, I think. Milk, honey, mint. Alright, let's try it. Can I put a latte art? Oh, cute. I wanna do a latte art. Let's see, I hope I got this right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What the?
Shut up, Freya.
Interesting.
That's a normal response. Oh, let's see. Milky Way. Sweet and cool like outer space. Oh, you immediately jump to his profile is just blank. That's really funny. So it looks like we need to serve one more drink to Bailey's, one more drink to Myrtle, 2 more drinks to Rachel, and 2 more drinks to Hendry. Before you ask, yes, that's how they drink.
This.
Oh, the little oohs. Oh, oh, he's turning red. He's breathing.
What is this?
Let's save.
We have never been able to taste anything in our life. But this is a breakthrough. We have to report immediately.
Oh,
Done.
They're like, don't blow up the earth. This latte's good.
Thank you so much. From all of our kind.
You're welcome.
You are one interesting person.
Oh, not voice acted.
That was a compliment, yes?
Normally. You can't be sure with Freya.
That definitely was the highest form of compliment. What are you, Neil?
Us? We are travelers, doing our job in the space you call the Milky Way.
This voice actor also sounds kind of familiar.
What kind of job?
We are tasked with a mission to spread our seeds.
You really are here to find a date. All the way from a galaxy far, far away. Wow. Turns out pervs exist everywhere in the universe.
Oh, Freya. Freya, this is coming from the woman who wrote French Kissing a Cat.
Feeling attacked, old man?
Not really. You have a valid point.
We do not understand, but we are glad if we can make you laugh.
Oh, the pleasure was mine. If I may ask, why do you have to breed with us?
We are sorry, but that is classified information.
Aw, man.
But we believe it is our right to share it with you tonight. Thanks to this eye-opening drink from the barista.
I owe you this story. So, why?
Everyone, including us and you and everyone else, is tasked to keep the balance of the universe. But sometimes, it is hard for some civilizations to maintain balance by themselves. Because unknown threats that are beyond each civilization's power can appear. And that is where we come in.
I still don't see the relation between that and impregnating us.
You're quite dense, aren't you?
Get her.
Hey!
You came here to give seeds, so a half-breed of your kind can be born on Earth.
That is correct.
The half-breeds will be half Earthling and half whatever you are.
Yes.
Assuming that you have some powers that we can't comprehend, you are trying to make sure Earth will have its own protector.
That is 100% correct.
Holy shit! You're trying to give us a superhero?
Yes. That is what your people will call the Protector.
But why go through all the hassle? It sounds like a lot of work.
To impregnate someone is actually not a lot of work.
Why not just explain this to someone? I'm sure a lot of women wouldn't mind giving birth to a superhero.
Sadly, it is not that simple. The future Protector has to be someone that loves this planet more than anything. They have to be born out of love, which we have learned is a very complicated feeling on Earth. We have it easier back home, due to the nature of our communication. We understand everyone deeply by default. So, everyone on our planet loves each other from the moment they're born.
That sounds beautiful. And creepy.
Why?
It sounds like your planet is a giant spherical orgy.
That was a badly chosen word. But it is roughly similar to the truth.
Oh my.
Right. Very, very shortly going to feed.
If what you say is
yeah, it does crack me up that he was like, yeah, we are on our planet, like everyone loves each other and everyone cares about each other. And she's like, so everyone's fucking all the time. This is what I talk about when I say femcel.
Shouldn't we help them to get laid?
Guidance is all we need. Otherwise, we might be responsible for the birth of a super evil person instead.
I can either tell you it now or later before we end stream, but I was like on the, I'll just talk about it now. I was going through the browser page of Twitch, and I was just looking around. I was like just scrolling through Twitch, and I saw this girl. She does 24-hour streams where she puts one of those productivity applications up. I have a couple, but it's like one of them is the one where you can like decorate the room and the person. She has one of those up, and she leaves it there for 24 hours for ad revenue money, basically. And then she just, on a cycle, has a bot that consistently talks in chat, so her chat doesn't like time out and end her stream, because your streams can go for that long if your chat is active. But no one's talking in her chat, it's just a bot. And she has over 1,000 followers, but like I like skimmed through her 24-hour stream, and like no one was talking in it. It was just this bot. She on her own live stream is only like messing around for like 20 minutes, and then she leaves it for 24 hours. And I remember she was like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna go to work and then school and then go home and then I'll see you guys in a day or whatever. But no one's there. And I'm like, I'm sure she's getting like a good chunk. Because for her ad revenue, she has it set to max. So every minute there's like a 30-second ad. But at the same time, that doesn't seem like long-term profitable. It's very odd. If I can remember who she is, I'll send you a screenshot later out of interest, but...
Well, how's the mission going so far?
We cannot say it is going well.
I'm not surprised. With how quirky and unique you are. Not many women can handle that.
Can you handle them, though?
Me? I don't know. What do you think?
You're a pretty adventurous girl. I wouldn't be surprised if you decided to go on a date. Or maybe go further. If it got you a good story. Oh, you're not offended by that?
Not in the slightest. You're wrong, though. I'd go on a date with them. But I don't like to sleep around.
Really? To be honest, I didn't expect that.
Yeah, I get that a lot. People often mistake me for someone who gets around a lot.
I did not get that impression of you, Freya.
Excuse me, miss. From what we gather, does it mean you are willing to breed with us in exchange for our stories?
Wow, no wonder your mission isn't going well. I don't mind going out with you for a drink or dinner in exchange for stories, but I'll only sleep with someone I'm serious about.
But our mission is serious!
It's not that. You either have to be my boyfriend or husband if you want to sleep with me.
We have heard of those terms before. Let us check them once again. This is very strange. According to what we found, Many Earthlings mate with one person exclusively for their entire lives?
Yes, that's called commitment.
Such a strange concept. Then why, with such rules, do you still face overpopulation problems?
Now that you mention it,
We don't have enough control of ourselves. And those in charge also don't have enough control of us. Not to mention, some races live for a very, very long time. So, even though there are rules about having kids, and they can be strictly enforced, a lot of people still break them.
We know Earthlings boast about the concept of free will. But we thought your kind also loved the concept of restraint and taking care of the planet.
Not really.
At least, that was what we gathered from your information network.
Theoretically, that should be the case.
but Earthlings are stupid.
That's the easiest way to put it.
We learned so much today. But we have another question for Miss Freya.
Ask away.
How can we become your husband?
First of all, I would suggest going step by step. Most of the time, you start by dating. Boyfriends or girlfriends, you know? Before you talk about marriage.
Oh, okay. So, how can we become your boyfriend?
You could start by asking her whether she's actually single.
Understood.
We know this bitch is single.
So, Miss Freya, are you single?
Yes, I am single.
Do you want to be our girlfriend?
Now, the path to starting to date varies between people, but usually it takes some time before you want to commit yourself to someone.
Wow. The breeding process on Earth is surely extremely complicated.
It can be easier if you're a smooth talker.
Smooth talker?
Someone good at communicating with others.
That would be really challenging for us.
Even after all that, making kids is still a totally different league. Most women prefer it if their male partners wear condoms.
Condoms?
It's something you wear to prevent pregnancy.
Why would you do the mating ritual if you do not want to have offspring?
Pleasure.
All this information is too much to process in one evening.
So, we talked about using condoms, but how do your kind have sex? Like, seeing how you drink. A condom might be something you can't use at all.
That's true. How do you do it?
We are pretty flexible with that. But we cannot tell you the details. Unless we agree to do the mating ritual.
I don't want to imagine how it's done.
Oh, you do not need to worry. We will not hurt anyone physically or mentally.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. Especially the mental part.
We did our research, and we tried it on the testing object we made. It was proven.
The mental capacity of Earthlings is far more complicated than anything else on Earth, sir.
Oh, we did not know that. Being born on Earth sounds very difficult.
It is.
I have to agree with that.
Anyway, thank you so much for the information you have given us tonight. It means a lot for our mission. We have to report our findings to the base.
How will you proceed with your mission with this newfound information?
We are not sure yet. It is yet to be discussed, after all. It was really nice talking with all of you.
You're welcome.
We are off now.
Bye.
Take care. Neil's so cute.
That was really something.
Indeed.
You said the first time they came here was for a date, right?
Yes, but they got stood up. And then thought Miss Myrtle was their date.
The game developer Orc? Wow, I dread to think how that went.
It was awkward.
But you can't be angry at such naivety.
I guess so.
By the way, has that young woman been back since I spoke with her last time?
Lua?
Yeah, her.
No.
Oh, showing some concern now, are you?
I'm just curious.
No.
but her boyfriend did come a few days ago.
And Freya was being nosy.
My. You really have a knack for starting trouble.
Sadly, I have to agree with that.
It's not easy to make Gala join a random conversation, unless it really piques his interest. Or it annoys him.
I don't know how to react to that.
Well, I need to catch a flight to Seoul tomorrow, so I'm off for the day.
Oh, you're leaving Seattle so soon?
It's only for a week or so. I'll be back here sooner than you know.
Oh, well. It'll be a peaceful week then.
I don't like the energy that is being manifested in this cafe.
Anyway, I need to get going as well. Thank you for letting me stay without ordering anything.
I didn't even notice that. You really don't care about business.
Did she attract people to the coffee shop?
That's one way to put it. Anyway, Freya, do you want to share a cab?
Oh, they're gonna fuck.
Thanks, but I'm riding my bike.
Never mind.
All right then. See you around.
Bye. What's that? Coffee, cinnamon, and ginger? Ooh, it's raining. Wednesday, September 30th. Protests arise. This is an insane image. Protests arise over government treatment of Atlantic immigrants. Dwarven-made cars face challenge against an unexpected competitor. The Mother Earth organization fights to save more forests. Alright, let's save. Who is it today? Welcome. Whoa! It's One Punch Man!
Hello.
Hey.
I'm from the Federal Immigration Regulation and Enforcement Division.
Fired? F-I-R-E-D? Fired?
Or FIRE for short.
Okay. What do you want?
We've heard reports of alien sightings in this area.
Huh?
We take the issue of illegal interstellar immigration seriously.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen any creatures you would consider to be alien in nature?
Nope. What should I be looking for? What's the alien look like?
We're not 100% sure. But, according to some eyewitnesses, it's wearing a spacesuit or something similar.
That's a pretty eye-catching outfit. You'd think an illegal alien would try to blend in better, right? To avoid attention, you know?
That is a very good point. In fact, there might be a solid possibility that we have been running around after false testimonies. They are superior creatures after all. Thank you for the help.
Yep, get out.
If you see any suspicious activities, please contact us through our website.
Sure. Will do. You want to drink anything?
We're good.
Take care on your way. Crazy. The fucking feds. Oh yeah, I should be drinking more water. The fucking feds!
Good evening, Andrew.
Hello?
Yo.
Myrtle's voice. Hey, queens.
We plan to meet here.
Cute.
It's just a coincidence that we arrived at the same time.
Cute. What do you want to drink?
Do you want to order first?
Nah, you go first.
Okay. Can I have a cup of green tea with a lot of mint?
Listen, one thing that the mod is not going to hear from me is that the voice actors do not match the characters really well, because they do. Green tea, mint. It has a name, so I'm assuming that's correct. Drink's ready.
Ooh.
Oh wait, what updates do we have? Oh, just the mint drink. Nice. Fresh and healthy from Morocco. Let's look at Aqua. Okay, we got all of Aquas. Is there another stupid... Oh. See, do you see this? This seems chat GBT. It was a Saturday night. As usual, I picked her up from her apartment for another Saturday night date. I use the word another, but to be honest, was the first actual Saturday night date we'd done since I don't even know when. It wasn't every week a cool event related to our hobby happened, so we, or I suppose I should say, weren't going to miss this chance for a cozy evening in her apartment. We'd only been dating for 4 months, and I kid you not, we couldn't have been more different. I'm the type of person who feels restless if I don't go out for the weekend, while she'd prefer to lock her apartment from the inside, flush her key down the toilet, and never leave again. That's why me going out to her apartment on the weekend was the fairest option for both of us. I mean, we can just order food online and chill without having to worry about the traffic. Ain't that cool? That's what she said whenever I asked if she wanted to eat out somewhere. That happened a lot in our first month together. After that, I just tried to get used to it. We drove to the event. It wasn't that far, but traffic's always ridiculous on the weekend. Throughout the drive, we barely spoke. Total silence except for the music playing from my playlist. If she knew the song, we would sing along to the song. If not, then total silence it was. When we arrived at the event, she changed. She became the most outgoing, friendly, and talkative person around. Even I was nothing compared to her, and I usually consider myself a very talkative person. We said hi to everyone we knew and some we didn't, and then we tried all the games being showcased there. We sat next to each other, trying one game after another, commenting on the story, art, music, and gameplay, atmosphere, and any other aspects you might use to judge a game. But when we played, we just played. No talking during the playthrough. Total silence, as if she was recharging spent energy from all of the interacting she'd done before. Back in her apartment, we didn't talk much. She made 2 cups of green tea latte for both of us, and then we watched Netflix together. See, this is a drop of Netflix, but Freya used a different, like, their in-universe Netflix name. That's funny. With only and then we watched Netflix together with only a few words traded. Don't you feel bored dating me, she asked. Really, this again? I know, I'm sorry to bring this up again, but you were so silent today I thought you were mad at me. And I am not mad at you, why would I be? I don't know, it's just that I'm super introverted, you're super extroverted, and there are times when I feel like I'm holding you back from your true self. You're just overthinking things, honey. Tonight was amazing, and I can't thank you enough for being willing to join me and sacrifice your stay-at-home relaxation time. We both know how much you love staying in and how rarely you get the chance to do it. Why do you like me? You've asked this question a dozen times in the last 4 months, you know. I nudged her and smiled. I just wanted to make sure, she said, and started crying. God. Being with adults that are like this. Hey, don't be sad, it's okay. And to answer your question, I don't know why I like you. That answer again, because it's true. All I know is I feel comfortable around you. I just feel happy, calm, and I don't know. Do I need to know? That sounds dangerous, liking someone without knowing the reason. Oh, believe me, dear, I was confused for the longest time before I realized. It's actually the best feeling I've ever had. How about you? Why do you like me? Who said I liked you? I was speechless for a moment. She grinned at me and giggled through the remains of her tears. You should have seen your face. Oh my god, don't mess around with me like that. You almost gave me a heart attack. It's like chat GBT mixed with really bad fan fiction. Good, it means you weren't lying about your feelings, she smiled. You haven't answered my question. It's a secret. That's not fair. I told you mine. I hate to break it to you, but don't know is not a proper answer, my dear, but it's an honest one. I know. We stayed silent again. So that was my introvert girlfriend and me. My answer to her was obviously a lie. Not knowing why you like someone is super scary, but I never imagined being able to feel like that for anyone other than her. At least that's how I wish things could be, I thought as I drove back home alone in my car in total silence. It's a popular young author fanfic trope for someone to like be having a civil conversation and then one person immediately starts like crying and getting emotional and then immediately turns it off. These are crazy. Yeah, I've watched Rick and Morty. I think it's just, yeah, I think it's gotta be bad on purpose. I'm planning to do some deep diving whenever this game is finished. I'm gonna deep dive on if anyone likes Freya as a character, and if anyone likes her writing. Yeah, I've watched Rick and Morty.
This looks really fresh.
Girl, I just made it in front of you with on the babe, I just made it. I just made it on the side of the counter.
Marrakech in Morocco? I heard the people there really love tea. Let's give this a try then.
Me when I go to Starbucks and the barista hands me my latte and I'm like, wow, this looks really fresh. And she's like, I just fucking made it. I just fucking made it around the corner. That's why it's fresh. Take it and leave.
It's warm, but very refreshing. No wonder Morocco is often associated with tea.
How about you, Myrtle? What do you want?
Sure. I'll have the Tatarik.
Tatarik. What's that? Uh-oh, we don't have that. What is a Tatarik? Well, since they just give us the name, I'm just gonna Google what that specific thing is. Tea and milk. It's an interesting one. Tea and milk. Tea, milk. Nice. I miss the latte art. I feel like we haven't gotten the chance to do latte art in a while.
Huh. No. It's better than I thought it would be, actually.
Oh, well, thank you very much. We unlocked it. Tea with milk mixed by pouring the tea repeatedly between cups. Originally from Malaysia. That's cool. And did we max out Myrtle's... Okay, we did for Aqua. Myrtle! 3 friendship lines. Slay. So who do we have left? Bailey's? Which, that makes me think we might have messed up early in the game when first meeting him. Or hopefully there's another opportunity. And then Rachel and Hendry, I'm assuming we'll have 2 more drinks to serve at some point.
The taste is really authentic. Just like the Tatarik you get in Southeast Asia.
Thank you.
Where did you learn to make it?
I traveled around Southeast Asia a few years ago.
So you learned about it in Malaysia?
Yep, and the internet.
So,
Is this... I have not really shipped them before, but is like this what's happening here?
how are things going in the office?
As usual, tiring. But, thanks to you and your team, we've made some good progress with a problem we've been stuck on for a while.
I'm glad I could be of help. It's not every day our research can have an impact as direct as this. Only a few weeks after publication, no less.
The thing is, even with your help, we still need to do a ridiculous amount of overtime. to make sure the game will be available for the holiday season.
Oh, I want to say, please don't forget to rest. But I'm sure it won't be that easy for you and the team.
Ha!
Yeah.
As if those executives care about us. Overtime is not mandatory. They'll say, please see your family, get some rest. But we all know that optional overtime is a passive-aggressive move.
Of how much they like Freya in her stories? Was that written by the game devs?
We'll stay longer in the office anyway. Because if you go home earlier than the others, you'll feel bad for them.
You'll feel guilty. I understand that so much.
I hate to admit it, but yeah, it's guilt.
I wish I could help you. Or at least say something to boost your morale. Sadly, I'm not the right person to give you advice about that. For guilt is something that also bothers me a lot. Even for things I shouldn't feel guilty about. And you know what makes it worse? I know the state of the industry. But it still saddens me to realize that my favorite series was born out of such sacrifice. I'm sorry, I ruined the mood for everyone.
Don't worry about it, Aqua. I'm not that bad off, you know. At least the company gives us decent compensation. Healthcare, bonuses, and so on. And we're already used to this. So, don't you worry about me, okay?
Getting used to unhealthy working conditions shouldn't be a norm.
Hey, cheer up. Remember, your research helped us out a lot. Thanks to you, the rest of the development is going to be much easier. How's your game doing, by the way?
Actually, I have some good news about it.
What is it?
The game got approved to be showcased at Max West this year.
That's really good news. Congrats!
I need to see both of these girls' nails unclenched fence. Which ones are shorter and which ones are longer.
Thank you.
So, what's the problem then?
I haven't confirmed my attendance to the organizer.
Why? Confirm it. Fast. Before they give your spot to another indie.
I'm just not sure about it.
What's stopping you? Cost?
The booth is free for indies.
That's good then. And the event's even in Seattle. You don't need to spend anything on travel or accommodation. It's a golden ticket.
But I'm not that confident.
You passed the selection process, right? That should be enough validation to reassure you of the game's quality. If I'm not mistaken, the judges are usually prolific people in the industry, and also senior journalists.
I know. But I've told you about my game, right? It's pretty non-traditional. And thousands of people will be visiting Max, expecting Full Metal Conflict and other bigger games.
Every game has its own market, you know, and you'll be in the indie area. People know what to expect then. Gamers aren't stupid.
What if some haters visit the booth?
I have a friend like this who she acts like this like pretty consistently about, I'm not trying to say this character isn't valid in the feelings that they're writing for this character, but I have a friend like this who it's like, here's this great opportunity with all these great things and all this cool shit you could get, and wow, this situation really worked out in your favor as long as you just do this thing. They're like, but what if they do that thing and it doesn't work out? And I'm like,
What if they don't like my game and say bad things about it?
who cares? People are gonna do that anyways.
Or about me?
People are gonna do that anyways. Baby got 3 tentacles coming out your back. And gills.
That's not gonna happen. It's an expo, not the internet.
I mean, that is true.
People are way nicer in real life.
That's also true.
Even after all that, I'll still be there by myself for the whole event.
Don't offer to go with her. She needs to go and just be an adult and do it alone.
That one is a problem. Yeah.
I mean, it's fair if she's like, oh yeah, I like this thing. I'm kind of like, I would love to bring a friend. And honestly, if I was in her position, I'd like text 2 of my friends and be like, you guys want to go do this? It'd be kind of fun. I wouldn't want to do it alone either. But I have a personal trigger with like whiny adult women.
Meeting that many people is already scary enough.
That's fair.
Doing it for 4 days straight? Showing my baby to the public? I just can't imagine the horror.
Well, don't let fear keep you back.
You know what?
Don't go with her.
Huh?
As an adult.
So far, my schedule is pretty empty right now. If things stay this way until Max, I'll come with you.
Huh? No, you don't have to do that. Even if you're free then. You shouldn't waste your time on me. Relax or something.
Nah, it's no bother. I'll be going to the event anyway. Might as well come with an exhibitor badge.
What about your company's booth?
Don't worry about it. There are hundreds of us. I can just ask my lead to skip this year.
But...
I'm coming with you. Whether you like it or not.
I agree.
Okay.
Good. Now, what are you going to show the game on?
I'll have a laptop and a smartphone.
Is the expo build ready?
Expo build?
You're not planning to showcase the full version, right?
That's the plan.
Don't. I can give you the guidelines on what to have for the expo build. Do you have the game with you now?
It's on my phone. I could send you the build now if you want.
Do so.
Okay.
Short nails.
Got it. Now let's see.
Stomping loud as hell in this cafe. Oh, it's Rachel.
Hi, Andrew.
Hey, girl.
Huh? Nothing. I've just been practicing all day and I'm pretty tired.
They're really killing it with, like, maybe some of the voices so far, like, Hyde's have not been perfect, but they're really doing a great job. For, like, a fan mod.
Don't tell anyone yet. It'll be announced tomorrow. But I'm going to perform at Coachella next week. Yeah, you might say that those announced late are... backups. Yes. And I'm excited for it. I think I should celebrate with a special drink. Something sweet.
Special drink. What do you want?
A sweet hot chocolate.
Can do. So... milk as a base or chocolate as a base? Maybe milk. Oh no, you can't. Okay. Chocolate. Milk, honey? Maybe? Let's just try chocolate milk and honey. Could always toss it. Milk, honey, chocolate? I don't think that's right. I've learned that it'll say a title. Okay, so the base has to be chocolate. I think it has to be honey, probably. Oh my gosh, I need to plug my phone in. My phone's about to die. No! Okay. Real quick. Small cigarette. I'm convinced it's honey and milk in some capacity. Ooh, okay. That looks right. Oh, and there's a little heart. Here's your drink.
Oh, it looks very pretty. And it's warm and sweet. I love it.
Yay. Don't hesitate to call me Mimi, babe.
Thanks.
Did we get ours updated? Sweet, nourishing, healthy chocolate. I don't think it's that healthy. And oh, yeah.
Other than the instruction on the loading screen, try putting a time limit on how long they can play.
Why? Wouldn't that break their immersion?
Probably, but in case there's a good reaction to it.
Aqua is honestly just like the innocent, sweeter like foil to Freya's character. I need you to give me more information on what they're saying they like about Freya. What about her are people enjoying?
You might have people lining up to play your game.
I love how annoying she is. I love her how inappropriate her references are and her ability to be incredibly nosy.
Don't want to make them wait too long.
Alright, well. I agree with 0 of those.
That makes sense.
If you don't want to put a time limit on it, try ending the demo with a cliffhanger. That should get people's attention.
Noted. Dad!
People are stomping hard as hell into this shop.
What are you doing here? After what you did at the studio this evening.
I was worried. I couldn't find you anywhere around the studio. So I thought you'd be here.
Hey, Hendry.
Now you're causing another ruckus.
We're sorry, Andrew. We didn't mean to cause you any problems.
You are sorry. I don't have anything to be sorry for.
Aww.
Well, anyway, I better order something.
What do you want?
What would you recommend?
Spanish Sahara.
Oh, what is that?
It's hot chocolate with milk and ginger.
Sounds delicious. I'll take that Spanish Sahara.
Sure. Oh no, it's the giant churro drink. Alright, we updated. Warm and cozy, just like a day in Barcelona. And then should have gotten another. Oh, we've got all 3 for. Oh, and he runs a record store. Cute. So we just need one more good drink for Rachel and one more good drink for Bailey's, and then we're done, it seems.
My. This is amazing.
Dad.
Yes?
Please just go home after you finish your drink.
Not until you leave that good-for-nothing pervert.
Whoa.
I need him. He's going to help me become more successful.
I know Morris! He is not a good person!
The industry has changed, Dad.
No, it
It's
hasn't.
not like 20 years ago.
Girl.
Besides, since you left, he has been growing his brand, making his name, managing a lot of stars so they become superstars.
I still have my informants in the industry. He hasn't changed much. And even if he has, it wasn't for the better.
You're just being paranoid. First, you were afraid of how my fans would treat me. Now, you're afraid of the industry too? What's next?
Morris Lester.
You'll lock me in the house because you're afraid of the air I'm breathing?
You're just too young to understand.
Then make me understand!
Oh, shoot.
Because this is definitely not helping.
They're fighting.
There are better ways.
The kitties are fighting.
Didn't you learn anything from Mom? You were together for almost 15 years, but you learned nothing. Not even how to talk to your own daughter.
Damn.
Rachel, I'm sorry, but I'm trying, okay?
Try harder!
I feel like we suddenly shifted into a soap opera.
Because right now,
These fan voice actors are really doing the damn thing.
you're not helping anyone. Not me, not you, no one.
I know. But give me a chance. You know what? It will take time for me to learn. But I am learning. Or, you know, I could return to the industry. I could try to be your manager.
Dad, are you out of your mind? You've been out of touch for so long.
I told you, I have informants there. I'm not that out of touch. Of course, there are things I need to figure out. But we...
Doesn't work that way, Dad. You know that. Going from a girl band to a solo career won't be easy. If I take things slow, I'll lose all my momentum.
If you don't want me to be your manager, can you at least choose someone other than Morris?
I don't think so. Mr. Lester is at the height of his career now. He's my best chance right now.
Does he by chance go by the nickname Mo? Mo Lester?
Don't be too paranoid, okay? I've made my decision. Now please go home, relax, and don't ever come to the studio again. I'm going back there. I need to practice for the festival. It's only a few days away, and it's my big chance to boost my presence as a solo artist.
When are you going to be home?
I don't know. I'll be staying at the hotel the label provided.
Okay, see, that's a bad idea.
But that's...
See you, Dad.
Alone?
Wait, Rachel!
No. No adult? At least a friend? Gonna stay at the hotel with Mo Lester?
Moment, Andrew.
Murder on Aqua? Damn.
You don't have to apologize.
Yeah, we were busy minding our own business anyway.
What? You didn't hear their argument, Myrtle?
Of course I heard them. I just choose to ignore most of it. It's none of my business, is it?
True.
That's amazing.
What's so amazing about that?
I don't think I can do that. Dividing and focusing my attention so completely? Especially when there's an argument like that.
Are you saying you weren't listening to my advice and you were focusing on them instead?
Ugh.
No, I was listening. I made notes.
See? You didn't even realize. But you are capable of focusing your attention.
Now that you mention it, it happens naturally, I guess. Being born into a big family is useful after all.
Yeah, sometimes we don't even realize what we're capable of doing. By the way, you want to head back now?
Yeah, it's pretty late.
Yo, Andrew, we're leaving.
Yeah, Aqua, please. I felt like her character was a little bit more endearing without the voice acting.
Thank you for the drinks, as usual.
You're welcome. Her wet ass footsteps. I guess that's all for oh no. Who is it? Oh. Hey. Hey, King. I would go and check into that hotel. I would try to get a room as close as possible to my daughters.
Oh. Yes, yes. Please don't worry about me. No. I lost her. I hope you're right.
By the way,
Yes.
throughout your arguments with your daughter, something kept bugging
What's
me.
that?
Why did you leave the music industry?
Ha! Now that's a trip down memory lane.
You don't have to tell me.
Oh no, it's fine. I left around 20 years ago, just as we were welcoming the beginning of the new millennium. It was a great time for girl bands, you know. They were huge in the 90s, and they were still enjoying the leftover sensation of the past decade. I met my wife while working. She worked for a record label. That's how we met. I decided to get married and settle down. I wanted a peaceful life.
You didn't find peace managing girl bands?
Oh gosh, no. The politics, the dark side of the industry, none of it's good. But what hit me the hardest was the fans. Toxic fans are the worst. The teenage girls especially. They were crazy about their idols. The point where they started doing really unimaginable stuff.
Like what?
Spending all their money trying to copy the superstar lifestyle, abandoning their responsibilities, their families. And the men, they were even worse. They sexualized the girls in every way you could possibly imagine. Edited photos, stalking, outright sexual assault. It was before the internet, mind you. I mean, the internet existed, but it wasn't as mainstream as it is now. I wasn't even the target of the abuse, and it haunted me. It was everywhere. Don't talk to me about peace. I couldn't sleep back then. Not getting enough sleep is dangerous for cats. After we got married, my wife and I opened a record store. It's not big, but we have a very specific audience. We're niche, but they love us for it. It's more than enough for our little family. They visit my place from time to time, and we all meet up at least once a year. Usually, it's at my place. Gosh, look at the time.
I love this. Little emote.
I should go home, too.
Are you gonna be okay?
Don't worry about me.
I would go to the hotel where she's staying, and I would get a room there.
I'm an old cat. We're stronger than most people think. See you later, Andrew.
See ya.
And sorry for bringing our fight to your place.
That's okay.
All right, then. Goodbye.
Bye. We'll probably get through Thursday, October 1st, and then we will end it. Yeah, I think we can get through this. We can get through this. Isn't this that one meme? Look, this is that one meme of that girl running, right? Coachella organizer reminds parents not to allow their children to attend unsupervised. Rachel Florencia confirmed to perform at Coachella 2020. Gil Naiman and Maruki Harukami to collaborate for new IP. Didn't this guy get canceled? Neil Gaiman? For something? Okay, real quick. We're gonna save. We're gonna do this last day and then we're gonna be done. Sorry we're not open yet. Oh, Neil. Is there anything I can help you with, Neil?
There is definitely something that you can do.
What do you want?
Can we work here?
No, because One Punch Man, FBI's One Punch Man came here looking for you. You need to change who you look like, or act different.
Is it possible for us to work here? We have learned something precious since we first arrived here. Communication is very important on Earth. And Earthlings communicate in a very complicated way. It blows our mind to learn that you need to mix between verbal and nonverbal communication here.
Yeah, but it's improved since you've arrived.
That is true. But it is not enough. Some of the biggest lessons about Earthlings we learned them here. This made us think, instead of focusing on finding a breeding partner, we should focus on learning how to communicate with Earthlings properly.
Sure.
That is why we asked you to allow us to work here.
Because you want to interact with.
That is correct.
What? Tell me. If you're applying for a job on Earth, you have to go through a process.
Oh.
Let me think it over and I'll let you know tomorrow.
Oh, no. We are sorry for our spontaneity, but it has to be today.
Why?
Because we are leaving for an event tomorrow.
Coachella? Okay. Alright.
Thank you!
You're welcome. But with one condition. You won't be making any drinks. I'll handle it. Once I'm done, you'll give the cup to the customer.
Understood.
Can you not look like an astronaut, though?
What is that?
Dealing with customers. Some people come here to just chill. They might come for a drink, work, or... I just got an achievement that I listened to all the songs. Cool. They might just come for a drink, work, or to read something. I strongly suggest you let them be. But always be prepared if they want to talk about anything.
How can we know whether people want to be left alone or not?
That won't be easy, but you'll be able to judge based on their body language.
Non-verbal signs?
Yeah.
That will be very hard for us.
Indeed. Don't worry. I'll give you a sign. When you should start talking, or when you should stop.
Thank you. We will need that so much.
You're welcome. Well, that's basically all you need to do here.
Do we need a special outfit to do the job?
He just puts like an apron over the astronaut costume. Not really. I'll lend you an I was joking. You don't really need more differentiation. But it'll make you look more legit for the job.
That is a very Earthling thing to do.
It is. Alright. Ready?
We are!
Okay. Start the night. I would make him mainly wash dishes and like tidy stuff. It'd be cute if you could like see him on either side or something.
Holy wow!
Heck.
What the hell is happening?
Good evening, Miss Freya.
Hey, Andrew. What's going on here?
He was working here.
And I thought I was the one who brought bad news.
Shut up.
I never thought this place would be ground zero.
Doesn't concern you.
For an alien invasion.
Just continue. Okay, so is the game not gonna call out how she herself is like kind of subtly racist with the way that she talked about Aqua's like nationality and origins? Her specific point of view with like her book, wanting her book to be about all humans, her commentary on Lua and Bailey's relationship. Yeah, I gave this guy a job. We have an alien invasion!
You've never looked like someone who needs help.
There are a few things to clarify, Miss Freya.
I'm trying to breed still.
First, our mission was never about conquering Earth. In fact, it is the other way around. Second, judging from the situation, we are actually the person who is getting help from the barista, not the other way around.
What?
We have learned some things since we arrived, and we have came to a conclusion. Before starting another breeding mission, we should learn more about how Earthlings communicate. We thought this place was the best place to learn.
And you just agreed to this?
On one condition. You know what you need? A job! I might have already mentioned it, but Dream, I don't know if you've heard that audio where it's a guy saying, and now humanity's worst fear. And then a job application flashes on the screen and he goes, a job! I'll send it to you later. Neil will only be here to serve and communicate.
Fair trade. What's in it for you,
I'll
then?
send it to you.
You're helping them here. What do you get in return?
Now that you mention it, if there's anything you want from us, please do not hesitate to ask.
Don't mention it.
Well, maybe you can be my next story.
Bro, you should write a story. A single story.
I can write an article about your work here.
Write anything.
If I still need to write for the paper again. The chief found out.
What happened? Ooh. I don't give a fuck. Sorry. Don't care. Don't care. LL.
Yes.
Sucker. How'd she find out?
You remember my fateful meeting with the higher up?
Elevator?
Yes. The same thing happened with my chief.
Uh-huh.
They met each other in the lift.
Oh.
And the higher up mentioned our encounter to her.
Why would you not be honest with your boss, idiot?
The chief called me into her office, and things went downhill from there.
I have no sympathy for you, unfortunately.
She realized immediately that it was the reason for my poor performance lately.
So is that supposed to explain these? Like, these are bad because she's not giving that much attention to them? We have another one now. The only reason to learn how to fly. It happened again, I told her as I exhaled smoke. What? I took the train once to get here and fell in love twice. Not this again, she sighed, looking like she wanted to stub her own cigarette out on my face. I just can't help it. She said nothing. It's way easier, you know. Seeing someone from afar, letting your imagination roam as you daydream about he or she lives, ignoring the fact that what you see is not the way they really are, it's way easier. You can't keep doing this to yourself. You know you need something real. I mean, this might be a stupid suggestion, but you're still using that dating app, right? Try to be more open-minded while you use it. I agree. Good. I agree that it was a stupid suggestion. She looked pissed. I couldn't blame her. It's not like this was the first time we've talked about this. In fact, this conversation tended to happen around once a season. You need to stop overthinking, go out, and stop putting impossible expectations on people. You know I can't do that. I've tried. I get overexcited at any opportunity, and how has that served you so far? Now I was the one who said nothing. I'm afraid, I said. Of what? Of what will come later. I'm afraid that even if I find the right person for me, the people around me won't accept them, whoever they are. Fuck the people around you. Another stupid suggestion. I could be jailed for that. Okay. She took a long drag of her cigarette and narrowed her eyes at me. What happened to you recently, huh? You don't usually overthink quite this much, so something must have just happened. The truth is, something did happen. Something too silly to even be discussed, but she knew me, she knew about my problems, so I told her. I watched a stand-up comedy show. Seriously? It's true. I watched one of my favorite stand-up comedians. I knew he'd recently got married to someone he loved, someone I thought that was very similar to him. All this time, I thought he took the easy way out, finding someone who'd quickly be accepted by the family he was born in and the family he's about to make. But it turned out his journey was far from easy. There were hardships I never knew he faced, and when he talked about it, it scared me. Why? The fact that I'll have to deal with it someday. The fact that I might have to choose between, I sighed. At least when I see people on the train and imagine life with them, those imaginary people don't create these kinds of problems. They do create a different kind of problem, though. Right. You know, sometimes I feel like I want to go to the tallest building in the city and just jump, I said. To die? That's not to fly, you fool. Because if that really happened, all the things that are scaring me won't matter. I can fly. Why the hell would I still care about all these boring everyday problems? Ain't that the dream, weirdo, she said as she lit another cigarette, leaving the discussion unresolved until it comes back around with the spring rains. This is the first one that wasn't that bad.
She didn't like it. Of course.
Sorry to hear that, babe. What are you gonna do?
Write the goddamn novel, I guess.
Only like 7 days in. After that?
Hope that it sells well. If not, I don't know.
You're gonna have to get a job.
We do not understand what is really happening, Miss Freya. But we feel the immense sadness and frustration you feel. How about a warm cup of drink? It is on the house.
Don't make those decisions, please.
Huh? You allowed to do that?
No.
We will pay for the drink.
With what money? It's okay, I guess. It's on the house. Sure.
That was the best thing to do according to our senses. So, what do you want to drink, Miss Freya?
18 shots of espresso.
Your favorite.
In a water bottle.
Our favorite?
Anything. I trust you with the decision.
Oh, this has to be something specific, I'm sure. Oh, I just saw that there was a way to get a secret ending. Cool. So, oh my gosh. Lethal amounts of caffeine. So what is today? Today's day 10. Oh. Yeah. Today's day 10. Coffee, mint, and honey. Okay. Coffee, mint, honey. I saw a thing about a secret ending with lavender, but I was like, we don't have lavender. So that might be in the endless mode or something else. If it has a name, I will assume it's correct. Black magic, huh? Take it.
Here is your drink.
Coffee Talk 2, probably.
Especially crafted by the owner of this coffee shop.
Black magic. Magically wakes you up. Ooh.
Well, who else is gonna brew it? Thank you so much for this.
You're so
I always wondered
welcome.
why your place only served hot drinks. But today, I might have an idea why. I can prepare the draft in a few days, I think. Now that I don't really need to care about other deadlines. And if I manage to infuse some coffee and creativity into my blood.
Excuse me, Miss Freya. We have learned extensively about Earthlings' bodies, about all the races, and we do not think infusing your blood with coffee would be advisable.
I'm sorry, Neil. I'm not really in the mood for this sort of conversation.
Well, girl, there's an exit this way and an exit that way.
It was just...
He's an alien. How's he supposed
Oh,
to get...
We are glad to
sarcasm?
hear that, then.
That was a figure of speech, Neil.
Ah, we have heard about that term.
Excuse me.
It is still very hard to understand your language.
It'll always be hard. Languages will keep changing.
Understood. At least we are here now to learn the basics of how Earthlings communicate. Miss Freya, if we may ask,
Ask away.
how fast do you write?
Not fast enough, apparently.
But do you have numbers?
Numbers?
How many words do you produce per day?
I don't think I have the exact number, but full-time. I should be able to write between 3,000 and 5,000 words per day.
Like a chapter per day?
That's raw. After that, I still need to edit it. I usually end up with about half of what I originally wrote.
According to our research, the standard number of words for the thing you need to write is between 50 and 100,000.
That's right. But for this draft, I don't need to write that much.
That is a pleasant information to hear. How many words do you need to write?
Let's see. I think it should be around 15,000 words. Well, it's GRA Media, the biggest publisher around.
If we count based on the number of words, it seems like you'll be able to achieve your target easily.
I wish. Writing isn't only about the number of words, Neil. It requires things outside the mere word count.
And yet you have not done that.
If we only judged writers
She's like, you stupid, silly idiot.
by their ability to write a large number of words.
I was gonna say, like, if she writes 3 to... Say lower end still with 3... That's still 5 days. If she writes on the lower end of 3,000 words a day, that's 5 days. And 15,000 words is nothing.
Then we wouldn't have poetry or short stories.
That is pretty hard to understand. But we learned beforehand that art is a difficult matter, even for Earthlings.
Yep.
Earthlings seem to have a fascination for things which are hard to understand, from languages to arts.
Right again. But you're not that wrong about writing, you know? Word count is one of the few things you can objectively judge a story by. It's not the most important thing, but it's still up there.
So it is still a valid parameter?
Definitely.
Cool.
That didn't sound at all like you, Neil. I guess you really are learning something on Earth.
Oh, another guest.
Oh.
Good evening, Miss Myrtle.
Hey, girl.
I won't even ask. Except for one thing. Who's making the drinks?
Me.
Good. Coffee with a little bit of ginger, please.
Coffee with a little bit of ginger. Coffee, ginger? Maybe? That looks right. Oh, nice.
Your order is ready.
God, coffee sounds so good. Oh. I've never had ginger and coffee. I might try it. There's a locally owned coffee, like, treat parlor place that we go to sometimes, and every month they do themed. They have, like, their regular rotations, but every month they rotate in a new drink and treat menu. They have, like, 2 to 3 special, like, little treats. Like Halloween, there'll be, like, a pumpkin cookie or whatever. And then, like a, you know, pumpkin spice, whatever latte. Anyways. They haven't done it in a while, and I've missed it. It was like a blueberry lavender latte. They have a blueberry, like, lemonade, but it was like a blueberry lavender latte. It was so good. And every time I go, I check to see if that's in the rotation, and it never is. The best treat they've ever rotated in and out that I still remember is it was a pistachio chocolate chip cookie. That shit was so good.
Not bad. Thanks.
You're welcome.
You are welcome. What brings you here today, Miss Myrtle?
Neil, some people come to a coffee shop just to sit without being disturbed. Don't talk to Myrtle.
Oh, that definitely seems to fit Miss Myrtle's visits here.
Actually, I'm not here to just sit without being disturbed.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I was training Neil on how to talk to the customers.
I can see that. You're still trying to get laid?
Oh, no, we are not. We are tasked with learning how Earthlings communicate with each other?
Yeah, that's a step in the right direction. One suggestion if you want to blend in with us. Stop using such formal language. Start talking the way we talk. Start listening the way we listen, which essentially is not really listening at all.
That would be very difficult to achieve, but we will try. Step by step.
One small step for you might be one giant leap for your kind.
That was nicely said, Miss Freya.
Don't compliment.
By the way, Miss Myrtle, now that we know you are not here for your usual activities...
Yeah.
Are you here for someone, then?
I like Myrtle's character.
Yeah.
Oh? Is it Aqua?
Uh-huh.
What's the occasion?
No special occasion. It's just...
Damn, why are y'all slamming my door?
I'm sorry!
You slammed that shit hard as hell.
I'm late! I was supposed to leave early, but... What is this? What is happening here? I already told the barista to call the cops when he said he was gonna break here.
I already told the barista to call the cops when he said he was going to breed here.
Where is Andrew?
I'm right here. Chill.
Oh, you're safe.
Standing right in front of you. Everything's fine. Breathe.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, please, let me take a breath.
No one is stopping you.
Yes.
Steaming brown water.
I'm sorry.
It is all right, Miss Aqua. Everyone has been surprised to see me here.
What are you doing here, anyway?
We are starting to think that we might need to make a recording for the answer to this question.
It'd crack me up if his reply to that, like, what are you doing here? Breeding. Breeding. Just breeding. Waiting and breeding.
You don't have to tell me if you don't want to.
No problem, Miss Aqua. It is time for a break anyway. So, here is the deal.
That's really interesting. Very nice of you to do this, Andrew.
I wish they gave him a little apron.
But do you really think one day is enough to learn everything?
Nope.
Definitely not. But we do not want to disturb this place's business for any longer.
As if this place cares about business.
Freya, get out of my coffee shop.
Besides, we want to travel around the planet more. This coffee shop is a good start.
True.
But we cannot limit ourselves to just this place.
True.
Where do you want to go after this?
Couchella.
What? What are you going to do at Couchella?
Fucking vibe.
According to our research, there are many breedings happening during Couchella.
That's true.
That is why we decided that the event will be our next target.
Oh, well, you're not wrong. But didn't she say the baby has to be born out of love?
Yes, we noticed that. But we also noticed that we need to know a lot more about Earthlings, including the breeding manners. That is what we will study in Couchella. After that, we will be very ready to breed with so many female Earthlings.
I shouldn't say this, but hell, that sounds like the best plan you've had since you got here.
We know. We also surprised ourselves. But please, Miss Freya, let us stop talking about our plan. We work here today. First, let us return to our spot behind the bar. So our discussion with Miss Myrtle was stopped abruptly.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. What are you two doing together?
It's nothing. We're just friends, you know?
We just want to hang out and talk about our work. We both work in the same field, remember?
Yes, that's it. I don't have that much experience in game development, you see.
I thought your research was in computer graphics.
Reading, kissing.
Yes, but I've never made a game from scratch before. I was always a bystander, so I've been asking Myrtle for feedback from time to time. Today I wanted to thank her directly, but she arrived first, so I couldn't buy her a drink.
Never mind that. I'd refuse it anyway.
But
Wait, if you want to thank her directly, does it mean you're done with the game?
Excuse me, Miss Freya. It should be your, not your.
Reading, kissing, with short nails. Get her ass.
Oh, so you are correcting my grammar now, huh?
Good.
It was a slip of the tongue, okay? I'm sorry. How did you even pick up on that? Anyway, it's not like what I'm saying is written down anywhere.
We just know.
Back to you, Aqua. So, you were done with your game?
there's quite a lot of things I need to polish and fix. But players can enjoy the experience from start to finish.
What kind of feedback do you give people for a video game?
It's a dumb question.
That depends on the game. But in Aqua's case, most of my advice was about the pacing, control, and UI UX.
It must be fun to have finished working on your creation.
It surely removes some of the weight on my chest. Just to replace it with another weight.
You mean there's still more to come after you're done? I'm not done with my book. I just lost my job. And if I can't finish this draft on time, I'm done.
Well, girl, whose fault is that, babe?
And even after all that, if it doesn't sell well, I'm even more done. Doubly done.
I'm sorry to hear that, Freya. But please, be more confident.
I'm even starting to doubt myself.
I read some of your short stories, you know.
Okay. So did we.
After our first meeting, I subscribed to the Evening Whispers app. And then I read some of the stuff you wrote. They're really good, you know?
Yeah.
Some are better than others, but it's still an enjoyable experience to read them. So I'm excited to check out your book
Specifically
once
the
it's done.
French kissing a cat one.
You're too kind, Aqua.
What you're going through is more or less the same as what Myrtle's going through. So I'm sure you'll both be fine.
You don't have to talk about it in front of other people.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to.
My friend is like this too, where if you're like, oh hey, like you don't need to do that thing, they're like, oh my god, I'm like the worst person in human history. I'm so sorry. I'm like, it's okay. It's alright. Chill out.
It's just that sharing is caring, you know?
Okay. Thank you for helping me share with other people.
I really am sorry.
I know. I said thanks already, right?
But you put so much emphasis on share.
Aqua.
That's sarcasm. I know that.
Aqua, I'm sorry if it sounded that way. But yeah, I kinda get what you're dealing with. Although, it's a bit different for me.
Oh, what's your problem?
Burnout. I've been working on something for 2 years straight, but no one outside the office knows about it. And those who do don't seem to appreciate it at all.
I thought Full Metal Conflict had a new game every 2 years.
Yes, I don't really work on them. Not directly.
So, what do you work on?
A secret project. I'll tell you under friend DA, okay?
Alright, I'm not with the paper anymore. Anyway.
I'm part of a special team. We're tasked with making a breakthrough in the studio. We need to be able to make a prototype for a new IP. Or, worst case, another FMC game in a different genre.
Isn't that a dream job for some people?
That's what I thought, at first. You're a writer, right? Imagine being a writer, but you can't publish anything you write. For years.
That doesn't sound like a pleasant situation at all.
My team has been making pitches. Dozens of them. Hundreds. Thousands. Out of all those countless pitches, only a handful got approved for prototyping. And so far, none of the prototypes have been approved.
Ouch.
There's only 7 of us on the team. The 7 Samurai. That's what they said.
So, you haven't released anything for the last 2 years?
Sometimes our team works to support others when they're going through a crunch cycle. They need to hit an almost impossible target.
Me when I'm eating too many granola bars. Going through a crunch cycle.
We jump in.
No wonder you folks were considered the 7 Samurai.
I guess. Yeah.
By the way, Myrtle, I just realized.
What?
Usually developers get their vacation time after finishing a project, right?
More or less, yeah.
When was the last time you had a vacation?
Before I joined this company, I guess.
That's like 4 years ago!
Uh-huh.
Dude, no wonder you're so burned out.
Yes, that's why! You need a vacation.
But I can't just take one.
You can. In fact, you will do it tomorrow.
But tomorrow is...
I'm not done yet. You will take tomorrow, the day after, and another day after off.
But where should I go?
Don't worry, I'll take care of that.
You will?
I'm going with you for this long weekend vacation.
Oh, really?
What about Max West?
Chaos.
That's not this weekend. Forget about it for now.
Hey. Okay. But I can't do it tomorrow. How about starting? It's still a long weekend getaway, right?
All right. Oh, I'm so excited.
Wow, Aqua?
Watching Love Blossom real time.
You look like a different person.
Really? I'm sorry.
Don't be.
Okay, it's settled then. I need to go home now and prepare for our getaway.
I'll come with you.
To my apartment?
Oh?
No. We'll walk together to the bus stop, just like last time.
Oh.
She sounds disappointed.
Okay then. Everyone, see you next week, okay?
Okay.
Have fun.
Take care.
May you find joy during your vacation.
Wet.
Okay. See you folks later.
Bye. Your turn. Leave.
Vacation, huh? I know. But not now. I've got to finish this draft first.
As we have said before, you can do it, Miss Freya.
Thanks, Neil. Anyway, are you going to close anytime soon?
Depends. Why?
I'm in the mood for some writing.
Finally.
You sure?
You want another drink?
I definitely won't say no.
Crazy. Oh. The Evening Whispers is with the people for stricter gun laws. If your Fury Sedative might be available sooner. Rising Hell blamed for violence in school. Alright. Woo! That was incredibly fun. And I am incredibly EP. There we go. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna send you the a jab meme on Instagram. But love you. Thanks for hanging out. Good luck with your Cowboys and your drawings.